Hey there, folks. We are about to get started. Give me just a moment. I have to change the stream category because it still has me as playing Resident Evil Requiem. Which, by the way, they just added a new, basically, that new roguelite mode that they always add for survival horror games. It's called Leon Must Die Forever.
What the fuck?
Yeah. We play as Leon, and like different roguelite games or modes on games, you get different power-ups and stuff. Yeah. So today is just going to be a more easier luncheon because I woke up really late this morning, just did not have any time to plan. So today is more or less going to be continuing the fanfics we were looking at. And yeah. And then playing some Valheim, but I'll keep keep it open a bit for Valheim because I wanted to discuss like a bit of like channel strategy and everything for like future videos. And but here, hang on, Andy, I'm gonna take you off screen so I can go full screen to show what's for lunch today. What is for lunch today? Of course, my fork falls. Made by Lady Stone. Asparagus wrapped in bacon with some salmon and pasta. And what do you call this sauce? It's like an Alfredo almost.
I don't know. I just pulled it from my ass.
For an ass pull, it is delicious. Because, And welcome to... Nate, you there?
Beep.
I can barely hear you.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. Hang on. Let me get Craigbot in here, and then you can do the intro.
Now recording.
Oh shit! Am I frozen?
Hello, Pebbles across all platforms. Welcome to another episode of Idiots Podcast.
Yep, episode 111. And
Nice.
since the camera refuses to cooperate, I'm just going to turn my camera off because I think it's just not cooperating.
Rip.
Yep, rip indeed. Hang on, we're gonna share. We'll do the longer "Are You With Me" fanfic, and then we'll do Andy's, and then, like I said, we'll just leave Craigbot open because, like I said, I wanted to discuss a bit more channel strategy. And we are on chapter 5 for this one, I believe, right? We were on chapter 5.
I think so. Let me check. And kind of comparing the. Yeah, I think, yeah. Don't give up on me.
Yeah, chapter 5.
And the previous one is trying. Yep.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. What the... Oh, I had to close out. I got to close out King of the Castle. There's a bunch I got to close out.
You probably don't have as many tabs open as I do.
Why did you have it open still?
I don't know. I forgot to close it.
Silly.
Sarah, if I show you what I look like, will that make you happy?
I'm not sure that will make her happy, Andy.
Oh, Andy is over on the stream site.
Yeah, on StreamYard.
Well,
that way I don't have to edit as much. I can just add him in.
yeah.
Oh, okay, so the camera was working until, at least a little bit until I probably did this. But I think I have to have my tab open in order for me to my recording to actually pick up. But I guess we'll just deal with still camera. Still stone.
Yeah. I mean, well,
Hmm?
on Twitch, it looks like you. I mean, you're not frozen there, so.
Okay, so you're actually picking me up fine.
It's so weird. Why is it being weird?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was probably something on StreamYard's end. StreamYard probably did some kind of update. And like with all tech companies, they just didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
It's like, by the way, we're gonna update our software. It's gonna make it not work for like 2 months, but you'll hardly notice a thing.
Yeah. And then it's all glitchy and weird, and people are like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, like for right now, like the main reason I'm doing Valheim is because remote play is just refusing to work. Sony updated remote play last month, and it prevents it from running for more than 2 minutes.
Bruh, that's a downgrade.
Yeah, so and they still have like not noticed anything because they're like, well, it's working for some people. It's like, yeah, but literally loads of people are complaining about it. So clearly something is wrong.
That is true, yes.
Yes, and like I tested this. I plugged the Ethernet cable into my laptop and it still crashes. So it's not a connectivity issue, it's a software issue. Provedly, it's a software issue.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Lol, I have found a meme that I have to share.
Okay.
That is the memes. Bonk.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's get reading. 2 weeks had passed and Gohan grew concerned. Grohan. His father wasn't answering his phone. He wasn't at his cabin in the woods. In fact, he was nowhere to be found on Earth. Vegeta made it clear to Gohan that his father needed some time to himself, to let him have this and he'd be okay. Well, his words were, for the love of God, he is a grown-ass man. He can take care of himself. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah, that was Vegeta's words verbatim.
Makes sense to me.
He obviously needs some time alone, so leave him be. And quit nagging me, boy, before I punch you so hard you're going to be shitting teeth.
Something like that.
Yeah, he was not in the mood that day, it seems.
Vegeta is hardly ever in a mood.
Yeah, he really is.
I mean,
Gohan let out a long, deep breath as he stared out of his office window, watching as the rain drizzled down the window pane in the downpour. He loved his job, but this was the last place he wanted to be today. He just couldn't focus. His mind was on his parents, his father mostly. He was so worried about him. He had never seen his father like this before. He supposed his father had never been through something like this before. He had experienced his parents having numerous arguments before. He'd watched his father get kicked out of the house. He'd watched his father grovel to his mother sometime later, and then things would be okay again. Sometimes his father had to work a little harder, and his apologies, sometimes a simple sorry, and that charming smile of his didn't get him out of the doghouse. Gohan couldn't help but snort out a laugh about some of his father's feeble attempts at apologizing to his mother. He really praised his mother's patience with his father because the man was a pain in the ass. His mother may have been hot-headed, but she was a sucker for his father. Even during their most difficult times, she always forgave him, except for now. Weird how we're reading this part on Mother's Day.
Not wrong.
I mean, that's sadly how... That's the thing. Dealing with divorced parents was always a feature of Mother's and Father's Day. Because my parents got divorced when I was 5.
Damn.
Yep. So, and they never... The frustrating part is they never really sought therapy for it. So my entire life, they acted like they just got divorced 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So and they still act like that. So it's incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, big oof moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people like need professional help and don't realize it, and like yeah.
Yeah, they just don't seek it because it's like I'm fine. I'll just push through it. It's like, no, you are not fine. When you got divorced, 30 years ago, but you act like it was 30 days ago still, then that is a problem. Anyways, except for now, Gohan leaned on his chin in the palm of his left hand, his elbow resting on his desk as he sat deep in thought. He wondered how long things were going to work out this time. How on earth was his father going to fix this? And was his mother going to be able to let his father in again? She was a closed book right now, even to Gohan. He tried talking to her recently at the house, coaxing her to open up to him, but she refused, telling him it's not for him to worry about. He's their son, and she doesn't want him to be a part of this. But as he tried to tell her, he was part of this. They were a family, and families stick together. He wanted to be there for them. He wanted to help. But his stubborn mother wasn't having any of it. She assured him she was okay and things would figure themselves out. He would only nod and smile lightly, knowing deep down that his mother wasn't okay. He knew. He knew because he'd been there before. He was the one who watched his mother crumble. I think they should have put crumble instead of crumbled, but oh well. After his father's sacrifice against Cell, he was the one who comforted her during her sleepless nights. He was the one who comforted her when she just couldn't hold back tears anymore. He was there when she found out she was pregnant with Goten, and she completely broke down into a mess that Gohan would never be able to forget. He knew that look in her eyes. She couldn't hide that from him 2 weeks ago. Have you spoken to Dad? Gohan questioned his mother. No, he hasn't been here to see your brother. He hasn't texted or phoned, so I have no reason to speak to him. His mother bluntly responded, her back to him as she cleaned around the kitchen sink. Gohan was silent for a moment as he contemplated his next move. His father was obviously a sore subject right now, but she needed to know this was all affecting how this was affecting his father. He's not doing so good, Mom, Gohan decided to tell her. I'm sure he's doing just fine, she shortly replied. No, he's not. He's a mess, Mom. Your father is more than capable of taking care of himself. He'll figure it out. It's not something you can just figure out, Mom. He's never been in this situation before and has no idea how to deal with it. His mother remained silent as she ran the water from the kitchen tap and rinsed the sink over. What's Dad always said? He can never beat you. You're too strong. You're the one and only opponent that can stop him in his tracks, Gohan told her. I'm not his opponent, Gohan. I'm his wife. His mother sternly reminded him, and I clearly can't stop him from doing anything. He does what he wants when he wants. Gohan could feel his mother's ki spiking, and it wouldn't be such a bad thing for her to just let it out a bit. That's not completely true. Come on. He works on the farm for you. You know he never wanted to get a job, but he did it for you. He wouldn't do that for anyone else. He'll do it for Whis, Chi-Chi huffed, throwing the soapy rag in the sink. He does all sorts of chores for some free training. He'd do anything if it meant he could get stronger. That's all he cares about. Mom, I know you're angry. I know you're hurting, but this is Dad. I know he's done a lot of stupid stuff, but he loves you. I know he does. And I know you still love him. You, too, you just don't stop loving someone like that. Gohan, I'm not having this conversation with you, Chi-Chi firmly told her son. I'm angry at him too, Mom, but you can't deny what I'm saying. He's a mess without you. He knows he's done wrong, and he knows he wants to work things out with you. Gohan, dang, this is, again, very rough conversation here, for sure.
Yeah. Let me ask. So, Sarah, you're a woman. Let me ask you: if you were in this situation, would you react the same way that Chi-Chi is?
Didn't you already ask her that?
Yeah, you
like
asked that last time we read this,
ago?
Andy. And again, yeah. Again, Sarah is just not like Chi-Chi, Andy. She is not. She is way more straightforward than most women. If there's an issue, she will talk to me about it. She will not hold herself up about it.
You know, I think that's a good thing, actually.
Yeah.
And I don't go, it's fine.
Yeah. Like, yeah, she will talk to me about it, and we will either work it out, or if it's that bad, in which it hasn't, then, and
I usually just say I need a minute.
Yeah.
Because then I'll say something that I can't take back.
Yeah. So
That makes sense.
we always figure out a way to work it out. That's the main thing. And hang on, I need a knife for this asparagus. Be right back.
Don't drop the knife this time.
Asparagus?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see. That's an asparagus on the plate.
Dude, all you gotta do is pick it up like this and eat it.
It was a miss that way.
No offense, but like I don't know what it is, but like the smell of asparagus is just way too strong for me.
What'd you say, Andy?
I just said that I don't know what it is, but like the smell of asparagus is just way too strong for me.
When it's uncooked, yeah. When you cook it and you make sure you render it in something like bacon fat or something, then it turns out right.
I wrap it in bacon and bake it till it's in.
Yeah, like Sarah said, she wraps it in bacon and then cooks it until it's basically dead and withered. And you still have that right bitter flavor, but it's not like overpowering like when it's raw.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever had asparagus in my life.
Really?
It's really big in Germany.
Yeah, I don't think it's very popular here. Like,
I guess you guys just don't have a lot of recipes for it.
I mean, maybe we do, but I mean, I guess our family like never
used it.
looked into them and just like meh.
Which is weird because asparagus is really popular in Europe, especially Germany. Like they love it. Like it's called Spargel.
Spargel.
And it's like I said, it's a food delicacy, and they like look forward to it every season.
But I guess is it mostly just probably your family that just didn't really use it, Nate?
I mean, I looked it up and like I think at one point mother really liked the paste, like that you can make from it, to like eat with like sausage and like stuff. But it was like a short-lived little thing.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Understandable. My mom is big on her German roots, and she the one good recipe she had is this more dry potato salad, and that actually turned out really good. I mean, it's Germany. If you're German and can't make good potato salad, then you should be ashamed of yourself. It's like that one SNL skit where it's like this black chef made deconstructed black-eyed peas, and Kenan Thompson just looks at him dead in the face and says, "You should kill yourself."
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, it's like, again, it's soul food. It's like, and you're fucking it up and you're black. It's like, bruh.
He needs to go back to making KFC.
Well, I mean, like, if you're gonna do like French avant-garde deconstructed anything, it is not soul food. Soul food you eat as is.
Get the watermelon out.
Well, is watermelon part of soul food? I have to check that. Let me Google that real quick. Let's see. I mean, it's definitely a black culture thing. But yeah. Watermelon's considered a part of soul food.
All right.
Just as much as grits or brisket.
Kind of like how in Italy, it's mainly pasta stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, Italians are big on their pasta. Now, the one thing that there is contention about is like how Italians will get pissed if you break your pasta when it's dry. But
you break spaghetti, I break your neck.
yeah, that's the term. It's like, or like Gordon Ramsay, he made fun of an Italian guy who didn't make his own pasta, but he had like bucatini pasta, and like you can't like it is very difficult to hand make bucatini pasta. It is like, because to make it like
Wait,
have the
what's
little
the shape?
Huh?
Bucatini?
bucatini is like
Let me.
pool noodle shaped basically. It's like
Ah.
yeah, it has like a hole
yeah,
in it,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
it's like you cannot hand make that.
I mean, you probably could.
It's
if you
really
like.
difficult to hand make
Yeah.
hand make
Yeah.
that. You
yeah,
need like a
definitely
special,
though.
very special kind of roller for bucatini.
Mm,
And
Yeah.
like not all kitchens have it. So it's like, yeah, if you get it out of a box, that's not a big deal. Anyways, so I'm angry at him too, Mom, but you can't deny what I'm saying. Oh, we already read all that.
Yeah.
You can't keep pushing him away, Mom, because at some point you'll push him too far. I understand if you need some time to think about things, but at some point you're going to have to deal with this. You can't drag it out too long and expect Dad to keep holding on. Gohan, just stop. This is between me and your father. This isn't for you to get involved. But I am involved, Mom. You're my parents, and I care about you. We're still a family. I'm here for you both, and if I can help at all, I will. Gohan took a breath as his mother leaned against the kitchen sink. I'm worried about you too, Mom. I'm doing just fine, Gohan, and I appreciate that you care about us. I really do. But me and your father need to figure this out on our own. When I'm ready to speak to him about this, I will. Gohan shook his head. Dad, he whispered. The man was his most favorite guy in the entire world. No man could stop his father, never in a million years. He loved him to death. He respected him, looked up to him, hung on his every word, lit up to his every smile. He was his superhero, but he was angry at him. After everything, the man still hadn't learned from his mistakes. He prided himself in making promises that he could keep, and he did. If Son Goku made a promise, he kept it, but his hunger for battle occasionally shook all rational thought from his head. Instead, he succumbed to his addiction and carelessly put his life on the line to sate his thrill. Promises could be forgotten in that moment, but his craving for violence came first. His need to challenge himself came first. His father didn't do it intentionally. Gohan knew that. He was simply carefree. But it had gotten worse. Gohan could see that for himself. His father's recklessness attitude had become more apparent the older he got, the stronger he got. It was never enough for him. He consistently wanted to be better himself and achieve new heights, breaking his own limits. Being half Saiyan, Gohan knew how that felt. He knew the feeling of power and breaking through that wall. It was an incredible feeling, and it did spark a fire deep inside of you, pushing to want more. The difference between him and his father, though, is that Gohan didn't need it. Gohan stopped leaning on the desk and slouched back in his chair, gently swinging side to side as he continued to watch the rain trickle down the window. As his jaded eyes continued their gaze, he really hoped his parents would work things out. He refused to believe this was the end. It just couldn't be. They were Goku and Chi-Chi, after all. Yellow clouds floated in the never-ending pink sky. There were no blue skies here, no breeze, no sounds of birds chirping. This was far from home. King Kai's little planet kept spinning, but Goku felt like he was at a standstill. Okay, well, this is a bit of incongruence. I have never seen King Kai's planet spin. It doesn't have an orbit.
It's true.
It just hangs there at the end of Snake Way. It doesn't have an orbit.
That's true. It's a little odd.
I mean,
Well, we can excuse it.
yeah, we can excuse it, I guess, but still, it's like
Yeah.
yeah, it just hangs there about the size of. I mean, what is about King Kai's planet size? It's like
about the size of my car.
you wish. It's more like
I would.
I'd say it's like the size of like a neighborhood block.
Pretty much, I would say. Yeah.
Like if even that.
Maybe even a tad smaller.
Yeah. It's got enough room on it for another house, maybe 2 more, but even then, you put 3 more houses on there, it's going to start feeling crowded.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And on top of this, like I have to wonder like how exactly like what the perspective of being on King Kai's planet is. This is like what is interesting about some of these, like some of these AI videos. Someone needs to do a what is it like walking on King Kai's planet? You know, like just have the camera be from Goku's perspective, and you're just walking on King Kai's planet. And how does it feel? Like, do you feel like a full circle, or does it actually feel flat the whole time?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah. Like all these AI videos of like DBZ stuff, someone make that.
By the
Or,
way,
you know, you
how
can
did King Kai's
commission
planet
actual
come back
artists.
after after
that.
Cell destroyed it?
What'd you say, Andy?
How did King Kai's planet come back after Cell destroyed it?
I imagine he probably had to commission the Supreme and Grand Kais for a new one.
I mean, if that's the case, why didn't he just rebuild it the same way that it was before Beerus damaged it?
Well, because they obviously couldn't remake it the same way.
Why not use the Dragon Balls?
I think that's actually. I think I have to look this up because I don't know
too.
either. Let me take a look here. How did King Kai get his planet back?
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
like, wasn't he also
Oh,
like
Yep, Namekian Dragon
dead
Balls.
from the cell explosion?
Wait,
Which
if that's the case, then why didn't they just wish him back to life? That's what
They
he
did.
wanted.
They did.
Okay.
But what did you say, Nate?
When?
Before while I was doing the Google search.
I was just like, you know, you like you can like ask actual people about that as well, you know,
Oh,
about like, you know, to make like a little Blender simulation or something like that.
yeah. I mean, someone should. It's like, yeah, we need some perspective from like Goku's view or someone's view about what it's like walking on King Kai's planet. But Andy, what was your question? What did you say?
I was just saying that, like, if it was the Dragon Balls, that doesn't make why that doesn't make any sense. Why didn't they bring him back to life then? Remember, that's what he was pestering Goku about in Super.
Oh, he was still dead in Super?
Yeah.
What the? What?
I
didn't know this.
That
He's
was
still dead in Super.
Yeah, that was the whole thing with in after the Zamasu arc where you used the Dragon Balls and they were going to use it to bring King Kai back to life, but then some shenanigans came up and it didn't happen, and King Kai was pissed.
Oh my god, they're just leaving him dead when they don't have to.
Oh,
I mean, look, it doesn't really like matter though, because he is still like, you know, he's still on his planet, he still has his position. But I think so. So like,
but he's still getting made fun of by North, East, and South Kai. They still mock him. They're like,
well, then those guys need to fucking shut up then,
or
I will make them dead
why
as
doesn't
well.
King Kai just ask Whis
There.
to give him life back?
I don't think Whis has that ability, does he?
Yeah, he did. He that's what he did for Frieza.
Oh, he brought Frieza back to life?
Yeah, at the end of the Tournament of Power. Remember, he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, he's the little."
Technically, Frieza was basically having a longer than a day pass, but he was not back to life.
No. What happened was that he was dead. He was going to go back to hell. He was going to go back to the other world. But then Whis was like, "Oh, Lord Beerus said that he wanted to give you a prize for being so helpful." And
and they brought him back to life.
yeah, he just tapped his wand and he
just,
came back to life.
His
The
halo
went away.
poofed and like,
Huh.
yay.
That is hilarious. It's like, so literally the only reason they're not doing this for King Kai is the lulz.
More or less, it looks like.
Maybe.
That is fucked up.
Almost. Yeah.
I am. Good thing the camera is frozen because I have a mouthful of pasta.
And damn it! I wanted to show David. I wanted to show Sarah that name I had.
No. Anyway, he found himself staring off into the distance. His mind just needed that space, that moment. But he couldn't erase the overwhelming thoughts he had in his mind. He frowned. He was angry. Angry at himself, angry at the world. Because it was still moving on whilst his was falling apart. The guilt, the shame, the disappointment in himself weighed heavily on his shoulders, heavier than any of the weighted suits Whis made him wear. He closed his weary eyes. He could hear her voice inside his head, her laughter, infectious, so loud above all the noise. His brain must have been so sick and tired of thinking about her. Her words, every conversation, going round and round inside his head. He couldn't get her out of his mind and was driving him crazy. He couldn't get her out of his mind because she was supposed to be there. His Chi-Chi. She was like oxygen to his lungs. He needed to breathe her in. She took all of his
Hey,
defenses.
yo.
What?
I said, hey, yo, that sounds kind of sus.
I mean,
Hey, that's a normal phrase, you hacker.
yeah.
Shoot.
Is it really, though?
Yeah.
I've never heard it before.
He needed to breathe her in. She took all of his defenses. He could do nothing but lay down his armor and surrender. His Chi-Chi. Her kisses were all consuming, but soft and heavenly, like tasting, seeing, and feeling every color of the rainbow. Kami, she was beautiful. And he
Taste
learned
the
to keep
rainbow.
every bit of her up and lock it away, never to let go. His Chi-Chi. He'd been around the whole damn universe and could never find something more real than this little woman in the mountains. He missed her. He missed her so damn much it was fucking destroying him. It came in waves. Morocco, calm down. Large and powerful, and right now is drowning him. He loved her. He loved her so hard and so deeply, that painful true love that can't sleep, can't breathe, can't eat kind of love. His Chi-Chi. She was like catching a smile in a bottle. In the safety of the house, King Kai, Gregory, and Bubbles sat in silence with hot tea, observing as a troubled Goku sat in the garden with his thoughts. King Kai was lost for words after Goku flipped out on him earlier. He wasn't the Goku King Kai had come to know. It was as if he was an intruder. Someone must have trespassed on his planet in the dead of night and swapped him with someone else. That was the only way he could describe it. Goku couldn't focus. His mind was clearly elsewhere. He was restless, especially at night. King Kai heard the futon creaking as Goku continuously tossed and turned. He noticed how Goku's appetite had reduced, which had King Kai questioning whether Goku was feeling unwell, because he would normally inhale his food like his life depended on it. But what concerned him the most was that Goku didn't laugh at any of his jokes. Sure, the buffoon didn't always understand his jokes, but he understood enough of them to laugh at them. But there was no laughter, not even a crease in his eyes from a hint of a smile, nothing. Instead, when King Kai tried to make him laugh, he became irritated and lost his temper with him and then stormed out of the house. It was surreal, seeing Goku so glum and stressed. King Kai had never seen this side of him before, and Goku wouldn't talk to him about it. Just said he had a lot on his mind and needed to get away. King Kai wondered what had happened on Earth to push someone as calm and collected as Goku to leave the planet. I gotta go, he heard Goku say from the garden. King Kai watched as Goku rose from the grass, so he shot out of the house and called Goku to stop. Wait, what do you mean you gotta go? I can't be here. It's not helping me. It's not helping you? What do you mean? I just need to get away. Look, Goku, I don't know what's going on, but you can talk to me. You can't keep running away from your problems. Yee, I think, yes, but it says yee. Yee, I can.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that's a little awkward of a phrasing right there.
Yeah. He murmured, Goku, don't say
I
yee.
mean, that's...
Right.
He can.
Put two fingers to his forehead and disappeared.
Yee.
And hang on.
Yeah, I can.
More food. Morocco, you calm down. You will get a piece of salmon, Mr. Bister. You just calm down.
The power of the frozen camera.
Mm-hmm. But my love, this salmon is delicious. Mm-hmm.
You know what I did?
What?
After I cut it up
Mm-hmm.
and took off the scales,
Uh-huh.
I took a little bit of your meat
Mm-hmm.
and soaked it in it.
Oh. Yeah. Turned out delicious. And with, I think mango does go a little bit with salmon.
No, it's just the sugar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. But here, Morocco, I will give you this piece, you greedy fruff. He do be a greedy fruff.
I didn't use a lot of meat, but I used
Like a splash.
yeah, and then the rest with salt water.
Mm-hmm. Turned out really good. Especially, and I think it worked especially well because it tastes more like a white wine after that back sweetening. I said it worked out really well because it tastes more like a white wine after all that back sweetening. Mm. Mm-mm. Also, did you guys see the pictures from Wasabi? I know I showed you, Nate, but Andy, did you see them?
I don't think I did.
What wasabi? What?
That's the restaurant, the sushi restaurant we went to.
Ah,
Yeah. Well, here's some noodles, you greedy boy. Delicious, my love. Thank you. Hang on. Taking the plate and getting some water. Be right back.
So. I should give my pets their food soon. Surprised that they're not rioting yet.
Morocco, are you trying to lick my tray? You greedy little boy.
That's perfectly within.
It's what?
That's perfectly like within Morocco's like repertoire or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. And Celestial Lundenberg, how's it going? Morocco, come here. Come here. What are you doing? We're gonna have a bit of a Morocco time as well because he's a silly fruff. Look at him. He is so cute and so flute. Look at you. Why are you a silly boy?
It's in his job description. Haven't you read?
To be a silly boy, yes. And to be a human, to be a dog garbage disposal. To eat all the trash. Are you a trash panda? You are black and white like a panda. Hey, don't get offended. You're the one who eats the trash.
White? Where on him there is white?
It's these little hairs on his back here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're more silver.
Just a teeny weeny.
Yeah. So are you a trash panda, huh? Little tiny trash panda? All right.
He is Morocco.
Andy, I just turned you back on StreamYard.
Oh, there we go. Well,
Yeah.
okay. I just noticed that I wasn't in, so I was wondering what happened.
Well, I just turned you off for a bit to go full screen for Morocco.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because he's a chili fruff.
He's a funny doggy.
He do be. Okay. Hang on. Blow my nose right quick. Weiss was slightly irritated. His downtime had been rudely interrupted. He collected Vegeta from Earth some time ago as requested by Bulma with the promise of food, only to be dragged into a game of hide-and-seek with Goku. Goku wasn't anywhere on Earth. He was on Beerus' planet, so after contacting the Lord of Worlds, that was their next stop. Honestly, you two call on me like I'm your servant. It's infuriating. I'm an angel, not your chauffeur, Weiss murmured rather calmly before diving into a bento box of delicious food. Yes, you look absolutely furious, Vegeta muttered dryly. It was at that moment they arrived at the Lord of Worlds planet, and seeing it for the first time was kind of surreal. This is it, Vegeta spoke out loud when they touched on the neatly cut grass. It's tiny, hardly anything to boast about. It's not even worthy of being called a planet. All the gravity was certainly a lot heavier here. Vegeta couldn't understand why Kakarot would want to train at such a dive.
Wait,
Well, thanks for
what
that.
planet are they on?
Huh?
What planet are they on?
King Kai's.
They went to King Kai's planet. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. Your compliment is deeply appreciated. King Kai stuck his nose up. King Kai doesn't have a nose.
Metaphorical nose.
Vegeta, as he approached him from behind. Who the hell are you, Bugman? Are you King Kai? Vegeta demanded to know. Oh, yeah, I think King Kai actually does have antenna. It just looked like it was part of his hat, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they're antennae.
Yeah.
Still, I think that King Kai has more like catfish vibes rather than bug vibes.
He
But
does.
go off, Jeet.
Yeah.
Go off. Whatever you say.
but it looks like Celestial Lundenberg gave a fanfic that's less than 300 words. Okay, we'll check that one out real quick. If it's less than 300 words, let's check that out. Okay, it's another Simpsons one. I'm reading it here on my phone. On the boathouse between Terror and Lake Springfield, Sideshow Bob starts singing, and it's clearly his credit. He is an Englishman, and he remains in English. He stops when he realizes, wait, did you only ask me to sing to forestall your gruesome end? Bart smugly admits guilty as charged, but before Bob can deal the coup de grace, Lisa manages to get untied thanks to Snowball 2 and open the door. She yells, Bart, look out, and dives between him and Bob. Bart hears the ripping of her dress against Bob's sword, followed by Lisa's blood-curdling scream, followed by her blood polka dotting his face like chicken pox. He rushes to her side. Lisa, why did you do that? Why did you save me? Lisa, third time, coughs, replies, is it obvious? Cough, cough. Remember 4 years ago? Cough, cough. We swore to protect each other. So even if I die, I couldn't let Bob kill you. Goodbye, brother. Back at Evergreen Terrace, Marge tries to console Bart by saying, honey, I know Lisa's death hurt you, but she would want you to move on. Bart angrily yelled, move on. I can't until Bob is dead. Lisa died because of me, because I was too much of an idiot to save myself. Later that day at the school cafeteria, Sophie Krostowski notices Bart shaking in fear like a lamb under the gaze of a hungry wolf. While school bully Jimbo Jones cruelly subverted the lyrics of the Bon Jovi song You Give Love a Bad Name, just to make Bart feel worse by saying, Lisa was stabbed through the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. Bruh. That's fucked up. Man.
I am so confused.
That is a fucked up fanfic.
That is pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Anyways, continuing on. Bugman, King Kai shrieked out. With that receding hairline, I'd be inclined to keep my mouth shut. Oh, good one. Good one, King Kai.
That was good, actually. That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the widow's peak is like a sign of a receding hairline. Because most of Vegeta's forehead is forehead, not hair.
That is true. He's lucky he's a Saiyan.
Yep. Oh, good one. You cheeky son of a... What Vegeta is trying to say is thank you for allowing us to come to your planet. I know you were already aware of our impending arrival. Whis cut in, shoving his hand over Vegeta's loud mouth, a growl vacating Vegeta's lips. You're welcome here anytime, Angel Whis, but I'm afraid you just missed him, King Kai told him. Oh, Whis questioned a grumble along the lines of, for fuck's sake, coming from Vegeta. Yep, he just left. He gone back to Earth, King Kai shrugged. He said that he needed to get away. Honestly, I was a bit concerned. He didn't laugh at any of my jokes. He wasn't really himself. King Kai crossed his arms over his large chest, a thoughtful look on his face. I see. How long ago did he leave exactly? Whis wondered further, finally removing his large hand from Vegeta's mouth. King Kai scratched his chin and thought, I'd say about 20 minutes ago. That fool got us on a wild goose chase. Vegeta growled, his patience starting to wane. Why the hell had he been dragged into this shit again? Oh, yeah, because his wife was manipulating harlot.
Damn, she can be, though.
Yeah. And Kakarot was a loose fucking kid who apparently needed babysitting. Well, it looks like it's back to Earth for us, Whis chirped. Apologies for the fleeting visit, but thank you for your service, he told King Kai. You are most welcome, King Kai chipperly responded. I suppose I should apologize for my comment from before about your hairline. It wasn't very hospitable of me. King Kai directed towards Vegeta, who merely cocked an eyebrow at him. Is that so? He muttered. Yes, I can see you are frustrated having to chase that idiot about the place. I imagine your patience is wearing a bit thin, just like your hair.
Oh my god.
King Kai can... That's the thing. King Kai is better at roasting than he is telling jokes.
He is, actually.
What did you say, Vegeta rasped out? Whis grasped his arm and gently knocked the...
We just need a big roast session by King Kai, bro. I would pay to see that shit.
Yep. Your hairline is so far back, I need binoculars to see it. He blurted through a fit of giggles. Whis gently chuckled as Vegeta fumed. You miserable little insect, I'll turn this rock into a headstone. It's that fucking small. Your hairline was playing sorry and pulled the wrong card and moved back 5 spaces. The old guy snorted out, "I'll fucking kill him," before he could do
Yo!
anything more. Vegeta disappeared with Whis, leaving King Guy to wipe his tears after another successful roasting.
Oh, it's so good. Wait. Did he ever roast in the
Well,
actual series?
yeah, looks like King Guy's having roasted vegetables for dinner.
Yep.
Did he actually,
And what did you say, Andy?
The series?
What'd you say?
Did he ever actually roast in the series? I don't remember.
I don't think he did. I think he roasted the Ginyu Force when they showed up, but that was not canon.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay. Whis and Vegeta landed out in what felt like the middle of nowhere. Sometime later, Vegeta scanned his surroundings, having no clue as to where they were. Where in the hillbilly are we? Vegeta snapped. We're in the middle of the damn sticks out here. Calm down, Vegeta. You are really in such a mood today. Whis sassed as he walked off. Damn straight. I'm sick and tired of chasing this moron around. Goku can be a tad frustrating, but he's harmless and clearly not in the right headspace right now, Whis pointed out. Vegeta rolled his eyes. It wasn't long after Vegeta and Whis stumbled upon a large tribe of people located in the woodland directly beneath Korin's tower, which Vegeta recognized. Goku's restless key leading them there. After walking into the native tribe's camp, Vegeta ignored the stares as he scanned the area for the third-class fool. He frowned hard when he finally spotted him. I don't get, like... Okay, this is what I don't get about, like, how Vegeta gets off saying Goku is third rate. It's like, yes, he was born with, like, a low power level, but at the same time, like, saying classism would make more sense if, like, you were more stuck at that power level or power range. Like, because the Zenkai boost gives you a good Zenkai no matter what. If, like, your ability to get a Zenkai to make yourself stronger was depressed because of your genetic heritage, that would make more sense, right?
That's true.
Like, even the Viltrumites have it, like, more correct. Because, again, like, Mark has, like, barely beat Conquest, who is the second strongest Viltrumite, and now he can't even, like, land a solid blow on Thrag because Thrag is just that strong. You know, that makes sense. Well, like, with King Vegeta and, like, Bardock, I could see Bardock landing some hits on King Vegeta. Am I right here?
I think that their power level was actually similar
Maybe.
when,
I don't know.
when he died, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Bardock's power level before...
Like, you mean land a hit or land a hit?
Land a few hits, you know, put up a good fight. Because I think, like, King Vegeta's power level was what? Somewhere around, like, 15,000 or 20,000, right?
No. It was definitely a lot lower than that. Because otherwise he would have... What?
Let me look this up. What was King Vegeta's power?
And as we know, power levels are bullshit anyway.
They kind of are, but I mean, the way, like, power levels were kind of like among the Frieza Force, like, stagnant, meaning they didn't randomly spike. So, okay, so yeah, King Vegeta's power level was around 15,000. I'd probably buy 15,000.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, and Bardock, before he died, was at 10,000. So, yeah, Bardock, considering he was a low-class soldier, could put up a fight against the king. It's like, bruh.
Yeah, let's just be real here. Dragon Ball does not have the best writing.
when you really, like, clamp down on it, it doesn't, because it's like, it is meant for kids. You do have to keep that in mind.
That's not an excuse.
I know it's not an excuse, but still. It's not meant for, like, hard examination like you would give, like a tougher piece of literature, you know?
Yeah, and
That's
like
what she
we
said, by the
also
way.
have to remember that, like, you know, Toriyama just made shit up as he went.
Yeah, he did.
So, you know.
That's what she said, by the way.
Bruh. Anyways.
What? How does...
Yeah, I'm not sure even how that applies here, Andy.
It does when you
Yeah,
think about
like,
it. You just have to
how-
consider it.
Okay.
System H.
Anyways,
Hi.
let's continue. It wasn't long after when Vegeta and we stumbled upon a large tribe of people located in the woodland directly beneath Korin's tower, which Vegeta recognized. Goku's restless key leading them there. Oh, wait, I already read that. There he is. Goku. He growled through his teeth and marching off in Goku's direction. Whis giggled and followed him. Kakarot, where the hell have you been? Vegeta questioned him when he reached him, his one brow raising when he noticed Goku was doing. Goku was slouched back in what looked like a handmade wicker chair, his boots and gi pants still on, with some sort of feathered tribal sash around his waist. His gi tops were nowhere to be seen, but paint markings were scattered across his broad chest, some on his face, a white feather with a red tip in his hair. He went all... he decided to become part of Bora's tribe? What?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Vegeta, hey, buddy, you made it, Goku beamed when he saw him. I wasn't invited and didn't want to be. I'm only here to find you. What the hell are you doing? I'm just chilling with my pal Upa here, Goku slurred out, pointing his thumb in Upa's direction, Upa grinning wildly at him, making Vegeta feel uncomfortable. What's an Upa? Vegeta's question, raising an eyebrow. I love how, like, all the stuff that happened in Dragon Ball, like, Vegeta is just going to be utterly confused about.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck?
It's good to meet you, Vegeta. Sir, I've heard so much about you. Upa hopped up and took Vegeta's gloved hand, shaking it hastily. All right, that's quite enough, Vegeta jeered, slapping Upa's hand away. Kakarot, get yourself together. We're going home. Nope, I'm staying right here. Goku gave Vegeta a humph and stuck his nose up, his folded arms over his bare chest stubbornly. Vegeta could feel it, a burning sensation up inside him. He could practically taste the succulent flavor of rage on his tongue. Kakarot, I swear to all the gods in the Forsaken universe, if you do not get your ass up right now, I'm going to obliterate you. His voice trembled with anger. Don't mind him. He's in a bad mood today. Vegeta, Whis interrupted, placing his hands on Vegeta's tense shoulders. Such a sourpuss, he joked, pouting at the Prince of Saiyans. A vein almost burst on Vegeta's forehead. Tell me, Goku, what's this you've been consuming? Whis wondered. He picked up a large beer mug next to Goku to inspect it. Oh, it's beer. But it's special beer made by Upa's tribe. Goku told him cheerfully. Special how? I don't know.
Wait, hold on. I just want to say, bro, like stuff like that made out in the natural environment without all the fucking preservatives and garbage that they throw in the commercial alcohol is so much fucking better.
Yeah, that's why I love my making my mead, because I make it without with sugar being the only preservative, and without any chemicals to make you just gulp it down easier, you know.
Pretty much. Not and not to mention also fucking woke Budweiser garbage.
Right. But I mean, the other thing I'm gonna guess probably about this beer is that it's probably more like more like how I would make my mead, but probably with more like wild hops. So that would probably be an interesting flavor, I would say.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. Because what do wild hops look like? I'm gonna Google that right quick. Yeah, like hops in the wild, they look way different from like domesticated hops.
Plus, they're an Indian tribe, so they're going to be in a environment where they'll be more used to cultivating stuff like that. So,
well, I mean, like, I mean, there were like farming native tribes. I'm not sure like what tribe that Toriyama based Upa's tribe off of, if he based them off of any particular tribe, or he just made them just like Native Americans and just based on a conglomeration of knowledge about Native Americans.
Something like that.
You would have to probably ask somebody more like knowledgeable in this.
We have a native right here. I mean, my love.
Well, you would have to ask a native knowledgeable in the world of Dragon Ball.
Well, that's the thing. It's like in this case, based on appearances, would you?
So basically, Nick just calling me illiterate.
Like,
my own culture.
I think meaning Dragon Ball, but I mean like based on like how Bora and Upa look, what tribe would you say they're based off of?
I'm looking them up.
Oh, hang on,
They look like anime.
Right, but like, what native tribe would you say they're based off of? If they're based off anything?
Anime.
Oh, just basic. So it's the latter. It's basically just a conglomeration of what Toriyama probably guessed about Native Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, not any tribe in particular.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have the native here saying, yeah, they're not based off of any tribe in particular.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Anyways,
Thank you, Nate, for basically saying I don't know anything.
again, about Dragon Ball
That
because
wasn't-
you don't care. I think that's the main thing. But Nate, is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so standing by it.
And besides, the misconception that natives walked around naked is kind of
Well, they're not naked. They're,
half naked.
I guess, bare-chested.
Yeah, a lot of times they weren't.
I like the sound of that.
Again, sometimes the men walked around bare-chested, not the women.
Okay.
The men wore clothes.
Yeah, I guess like they wore like like a deerskin tunic in a lot of cases. Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of it is based on also stories from Americans about Native Americans.
Well, it's a misconception that we walk around naked.
Yeah, or only wearing a loincloth. Yeah,
No, we wore clothes.
yeah, yeah,
Just like everybody else.
yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a lot of
If anything, those are based on stereotypical.
Indians. Yeah, yeah. Again, it's based off of what Toriyama probably knew about Native Americans and from what barely any sources he got. Yeah,
If
Yeah.
anything, he's probably basing it off the Egyptians.
Egyptians.
Yeah.
How so?
Egyptians walked around half naked because they lived in the desert. Like women walked around topless, everything.
Yeah, Egyptians I can believe did that because on top of this, if they
Like
lived
Neo?
right next to the Nile, they could just take a dip in the Nile if they got hot.
Well, they couldn't do that because you could probably get killed.
Yeah, eaten by a crocodile.
Hippopotamus.
Or- or trampled by a hippopotamus or eaten by one.
Yeah, because the greatest sport was hunting
Yeah,
because it was quite dangerous.
yeah, because hippos are not to be fucked with.
I mean, ask Fulgore.
Yeah, Fulgore's favorite animal is the hippo.
That's right.
Yep. But Nate, what were you saying?
I said indeed because hippos are
Powerful.
I forgot how much they weigh, but yeah, it's basically like a freight, like a fucking bullet train coming at you.
Yep.
Even
Anyways.
stronger than the lion.
What'd you say, Andy?
Even stronger than the lion.
I mean, lion. I've seen like videos of like lions trying to hunt hippos. Like it takes like an entire pride of lions to take down one hippo.
Makes sense to me.
Like they will pile onto that thing and just bite it and bite it and bite it until finally it bleeds out. And
Makes sense to me.
yeah, it takes a lot. Anyways,
Now, sometimes natives would be half naked, especially during the summer months.
but not often.
Wait. What did you say? What'd you say?
She said sometimes natives would be half naked during the summer, but if they lived,
Even then, they were still dressed.
yeah, because like that does make sense, especially like what are like the tribes of like the Northwest?
Depends.
Let me look up like a let me look up a tribe in your area, Andy. Tribes of Washington State. Let's see. Like I'd imagine, let's see, the Kalispel tribe, they probably have very cold winters and cold falls and cold springs.
So you said northeastern?
Yeah.
Lakota, Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota.
The Lakota tribe was also a tribe that came to mind.
Cree,
Yeah.
and Akira.
Yeah.
So, and the Sui.
Yeah. So I imagine most of the year they probably were fully dressed.
Also, Blackfoots.
Yeah. If there is an Indian in fiction that actually is probably more accurate, it's that one Indian superhero from DC. What's his name? Hang on.
Sarah, I thought you were going to talk about yourself being half dressed in the summer.
Andy. No. Bad.
Damn it.
Not Apache Chief. He's from the 19th century. 19th century. No. I'm trying to find him. Superhero DC time travel episode. Not long. God damn it. I can't find. Whatever. I'll find him later. Anyways. May I? Whis asked Goku. Knock yourself out. Goku waved his hand at Whis, encouraging him to try it. Whis took a small sip of the beverage before scrunching his nose up at it and frowning. Oh my, that's rather bitter, he strained out. Once you had a few, you get used to it, Goku assured him. Whis politely smiled and placed the beer back down next to Goku. I think I'll decline on this occasion, Vegeta. I believe you will no longer be requiring my services, so I'll be off. Whis spoke to Vegeta. What? You can't just leave me here, Vegeta gasped out, holding his hand against his chest almost like Whis had wounded him. Goku, have fun, but not too much fun. I don't fancy peeling you off the floor and pumping your stomach before our next training session. Vegeta stood in a slump form, staring at the space in which Whis just stood in, before reluctantly turning around to see Goku and Upa smiling freakishly widely at him. Fuck's sake, Vegeta thought as he massaged his brow from the stress. Whis is just like, well, bye.
Like, you know what? You know, Whis is like, I've had enough of this shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
There.
Here, I found your Goku. Ta-ta!
Bye. There, I can feel Vegeta's ki now, too, Gohan exclaimed as he rapidly flew through the air. Oh, yeah, it is my dad. Trunks smiled, following Gohan closely behind him. You think he came to find his dad, too, Gohan? Goten asked his brother as he soared alongside Trunks. Most likely, Bulma put him up to it. Gohan thought out loud. After finally feeling his father's ki a couple hours ago, Gohan was relieved as he was back on Earth and made the decision to go find him. Of course, the two half-pints wanted to tag along, Piccolo being dragged in as backup. I still don't see how I believe any help, Piccolo grumbled. Your father never listens to me. Oh, that's not true. Dad told me he's had some heart-to-hearts with you in the past. We need all the help we can get, Gohan told his friend with a smile.
That is true. Piccolo's a decent counselor.
Yeah, because he's...
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. He is just not burdened by a lot of human emotion and bullshit, so he actually thinks logically.
Right.
Around an hour later, the foursome arrived at Goku's location, and Gohan smiled when he realized where they were. He led the others into the tribe's home, his father catching his eye as they walked past several teepees. What's wrong with him? Piccolo suddenly asked Gohan. His ki was all over the place, and his eyes looked glazed over. Is Uncle Goku drunk? Trunks grinned. Gohan simply groaned. This was not good. Goku noticed a few seconds later, and he smiled his biggest smile. Boys, my boys are here. He practically screamed into Upa's ear, making the younger man wince. Hey, Dad, Gohan started before he was promptly shut down. His father physically tackled him. He held him tight and showed no sign of letting go. Gohan couldn't help but smile sadly as he hugged his father back just as tightly. He had a feeling his father really needed that hug. What are you guys doing here? He slurred out of it as his oldest pulled back, the stench of alcohol making Gohan slightly gag. We came looking for you, Dad. We were worried about you. Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'm fine, he told his son, slapping him on his back rather hard. Are you, though? He asked his father, slightly winded, getting no response as his father pounced on Goten on the ground and smothered his one cheek with sloppy kisses. Dad, Goten groaned out through laughter. He tried to push his father off him. Goku ruffled his hair quite roughly, nearly knocking Goten off his feet before eyeing Trunks next. No, not me. Trunks shouted out, but it's too late. Goku clumsily grabbed him and gave him a little hug and a noogie before poking him under his chin, tickling him and making him giggle. You're weird, Trunks huffed out, pushing Goku off him after the onslaught. I have to admit, I have never seen Goku drunk.
No, because he doesn't drink.
I mean, he probably does, I mean, Chi-Chi probably does serve like some kind of muso wine sometimes with dinner, but Goku probably doesn't get drunk.
Until now.
Yep.
Well, that's because he's in a really sad state right now.
Yep, pretty much. So don't even think about it. He threatened, making Goku chuckle. So, Dad, I was thinking maybe you should come back home with us. Gohan told his father, catching his eye and giving him a big warm smile. Goku answered, his glazed eyes staring curiously up at his son. I think we should go home, Dad. You can come and stay with me and Videl. You can have a nice hot bath, some good food, and just relax for a bit. Gohan added, Nah, I'm good here, Gohan. His father brushed off Gohan's suggestion. I'm just fine here, repeated. But Gohan could see right through him and made his own smile drop from his face in an instant. Dad, please come home with us. Gohan tried again, crouching down and resting on his heels to be at his father's height. I'm good, Gohan. Stop worrying about me. You got your own family to worry about, he said quietly, shifting his gaze to his boots, his hands clumsily fiddling with one of the laces that had come undone. You're my family too, Dad, he gently reminded him, reaching over to take his father's shoelace and tie it for him. That's how drunk Goku is. He can't even tie his boots.
I'm surprised he could tie boots in general.
I mean, in order to survive, you have to learn how to tie a knot. That's just how it is.
I guess
So I'm sure Goku, when he was like 11 and surviving on his own after Grandpa Gohan's death, he knew how to tie ropes. That much is for certain.
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
definitely.
Yeah. So he knows how to tie his shoes. He's just super duper drunk.
Yeah, okay. I mean, that all makes sense.
Yeah.
He has been living on his own for a while, so.
Yeah, when his father's eyes met his once more, Gohan felt unbelievably torn up inside. There was an unmistakable sadness in his father's eyes, and he didn't know what to say to try to ease it, because what could he say? He couldn't think of a single thing to say to take that pain away. His father was hurting, and there was nothing he could do about it. Okay, I'm on my way, Bulma declared before hanging up her cell phone and slipping it back into her pocket. Who was that? Krillin wondered, his body slouched comfortably in the deck chair in Bulma's back garden. Gohan, he's with the boys. They went looking for Goku, and he's a drunken mess, refusing to come home. A drunken mess? That ain't like him, Krillin thought. Exactly. He's completely gone off the rails. Gohan needs backup, and we need to get to Upa's, Bulma decided. Upa? Ain't that the kid Goku saved back when he was a kid? Yamcha pondered, also relaxed in a deck chair. Yep. They are still very good friends. He still sees him now and then, according to Gohan, Bulma informed them. So we're going to Upa's, Yamcha stated, more than asked as he stood up from the deck chair, stretching his arms above his head. That we are. You're coming too, Krillin. But 18 is expecting me home shortly. She's cooking stew tonight, Krillin whimpered out. You're Goku's best friend. You're coming, she declared firmly, pulling her cell phone back out of her pocket and typing a message. I will let her know Goku's in trouble, so she'll understand. What about Chi-Chi? Should we tell her? Tell me what? Chi-Chi asked, suddenly joining the small group.
Ah! Nice.
Yep. Well, you see, Yamcha stuttered out. Goten is with Trunks and Gohan. They were worried about Goku and went looking for him. Seems he's been in a mess and won't come home, and the boys don't want him to leave him, so we're going to go help him bring him back home, Bulma told her. Chi-Chi scrutinized Bulma for a moment, almost as if trying to find a lie in her words or expression. If Goku doesn't want to do something, he won't do it, so you're wasting your time, Chi-Chi spoke. Maybe you could help convince him to come home? Yamcha shrugged, looking at her. Me? I don't think so. He obviously went wherever he is for a reason. Where is he anyway? Chi-Chi directed Bulma to Bulma. Upa. He hasn't been there for a while, she commented. She knew of Upa and knew her husband was still very good friends with him, but she can only remember him spending time with Upa on one of the days leading up to the Cell games. He had a lot on his mind and wanted to spend time with his old friend while he could. Goten's there, and he won't come home without his dad. I think we need your help with that one at least, Bulma tempted her. Chi-Chi frowned at Bulma. She knew what she was doing. She sighed and folded her arms over her chest. Fine, but I'll come, but only to get Goten, Chi-Chi clarified, her voice unwavering. That's good enough for me, Bulma chirped, pulling out a small remote control from her other pocket. I have a feeling this is not going to end well.
Probably.
Otto, get airplane 576 ready for takeoff. Yes, madame. Preparing aircraft 576 as we speak. The robot voice returned. She has an AI name. Is Otto the AI or a pilot?
Or both.
Maybe both.
Yeah. Goku felt himself fall as he lost his balance and clumsily landed next to Upa, who sat amongst many floor cushions with other men from the tribe. Upa belly laughed and slapped his friend on his back in approval. Finally letting loose, I see, Upa commented through his laughter as Goku straightened himself up on the cushions. Definitely lost something, Goku slurred out in return. earning more laughter from Upa as he tried to focus
I'm
it.
going.
What'd you say, Nate?
I'm going to get water and give my boys their food.
Okay, I'll keep reading. He was surprised to see Bulma and the others walking into the camp just ahead, and his wife following closely behind. Wait a minute, his wife? Oh shit, his wife was there. Crap, my wife's here, he whispered loudly to Upa. Your wife? The one that's possibly divorcing you? That one? I only got one wife, Upa. Oh, okay. Shoot, what are we going to do? I don't know. I can't be drunk. She's already pissed at me. She'll kill me. And you got something that we can drink to make us not be drunk? Does anything like that even exist? I don't know, but it should. You know, there's Bulma walking over to them. Hey, how come Bulma never made something like that? I don't know. Shall we ask her? Yeah, she's real smart and does science stuff. She could totally make something to stop us to feel drunk. What are you talking about? Bulma suddenly interrupted them. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, there's the hair of the dog potion, but that only works to cure a hangover. I mean, there's anti-hangover drinks, but there are no anti-drunk drinks. Once you're drunk, you're drunk.
That's true.
Let me see. Are there drinks to sober you up?
Maybe some really.
There is nothing to speed up the sobering process.
Ah, shit. I was gonna say like maybe some really sour shit.
Nope. It's just time.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. I mean, they could just get Whis to do it.
I guess to make Goku's personal time fast forward, but then if you fast forward your personal time to just be sober without drinking anything and without eating anything, you're going to be really fucking hungover.
That is true.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that is a hurt one. Reminds me of that one anime, Uzaki-chan.
Right. What are you two talking about? Bulma suddenly interrupted them. Goku and Upa screamed, both of them grabbing onto one another and holding for dear life. Are you okay? Hey, Bulma, can you make something that stops us being drunk? Goku asked her hopefully. Yeah, like a non-alcoholic drink that doesn't make you drunk. And Upa, you mean like a regular drink that isn't alcohol? Bulma questioned him dryly. Yeah, it's a wonder why no one ever thought of that before. Bulma humored them. See what I say? Goku slurred out to Upa. Bulma rolled her eyes. Goku, where the hell have you been? She questioned him firmly. What do you mean? I'm right here. She didn't really have time for his games. She ripped him by one ear and yanked his wobbly ass up, dragging him behind her as she stormed away from Upa. Ow, Bulma, that hurts. Goku whined as he stumbled behind her. Seriously, Goku, she scorned him, letting his ear go and turning to face him, hands on her hips. Vegeta's been all over looking for you. You weren't anywhere on Earth, so I had to contact Whis to see where you were. He collected Vegeta, then went to King Kai's, now here. And you refused to come home with Gohan. We've all been worried about you. I'm sure not all of you were, he quietly muttered under his breath. Goku, she screamed at him, making him cower and put his hands up in defense in front of him. What? I don't know what you all worried about. I'm fine, he sloppily responded, a hiccup popping out of his throat as he finished his sentence. You are not fine, Goku. You are very drunk. Well, we have been drinking, Upa said, as he suddenly appeared next to Goku, leaning on his friend's shoulder. It reminds me of that one Ron White story. Andy, have you heard of the comedian Ron White?
Nope.
He's among the rednecks like Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So Ron has this one story about, I didn't want to be drunk in public. I want to be drunk in a bar.
Oh, wow.
I was thrown into public.
Oh my god.
I was thrown into public.
I don't think so, Scooter.
They call me tater salad.
Oh my god.
Exactly, Goku had with a wink, giving her the finger guns. Bulma pinched the bridge of her nose and let out her breath. Well, at least we found you in one piece, she guessed, her eyes roaming up and down his body in question. Well, sort of, she chuckled out, noticing his attire. This is wonderful. You can all stay for the festivities, Upa announced happily. Festivities? I just came to collect Goten, Chi-Chi spoke as she reached for her younger son's hand, but thank you for the offer. But Mom, it's not even a school night, Goten whined. Upa observed as Goku looked absolutely devastated by Chi-Chi's reluctance to stay. Although Goku felt like he needed to get away from everything, it upset him that she wanted to leave so eagerly. Come on, Mrs. Sun, it would be an honor if you stayed, Upa tried. It was at that moment his own wife joined him, a huge smile on her face. Oh my goodness, you're Mrs. Sun, Goku's wife, she blurted out. Chi-Chi cocked an eyebrow before she unsurely replied, yes, that's me. Oh my goodness, Goku has told me all about you, and of course your incomparable cooking skills. He raves about it every time he's here, she told Chi-Chi as she stood in front of her. Goku ducked his head, a small blush tinting his cheeks. Bulma patted lightly at Goku's reaction, a small smile forming on Gohan's face as he observed his dad's sheepish face. His father was forever talking about his mother, to him especially, but it was so sweet he spoke to other people about her too. Chi-Chi's eyes briefly glanced over to her flustered husband, her heart beating a little faster than before that at that notion that her husband so openly talked about her. I would be so honored if you could teach me a thing or two, please. I am cooking a huge feast with some of the other women tonight, and your help would be wonderful. She clasped her hands in front of her as if in prayer, begging Chi-Chi to help her. Chi-Chi just couldn't say no to her. All right, one night wouldn't hurt, Chi-Chi guests. Sporting a small smile, Upa's wife squealed with joy, Goten jumping up in the air in excitement knowing they were staying. Ooh, we are definitely in need of celebration, Upa shouted. What we celebrating? Goku wondered out loud. Family, friends, and just being together. Dear God, Vegeta muttered loudly in the back. We should count our lucky stars that we have all that. It wasn't for you, I wouldn't have all that, Upa reminded him. Goku shook his head, a small smile.
That is true, actually. I just remembered, because Goku brought his father back to life.
Yeah, we haven't seen Bora yet. Where is Bora?
Yeah, he's kind of important here.
Yeah. I mean, he could just... I mean, let's see. It's been... How old was Bora back then? He had to have been at least, like, in his 30s, so maybe he's just old now. And his big muscles are starting to atrophy.
Probably. Or he could be like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
One. He had to be brought into the city for bypass surgeries.
Oh my God. Something like that. I mean, Korra's power is right above, so they could just ask
Maria cool.
And welcome back, Nate. What'd you say?
Oh my goodness. This little man. Okay, I have to show his face now.
But we were just talking about like how Bora,
tiny,
quite possibly,
tiny little man, just did like a big stunt of like, basically he didn't have enough momentum to climb the ramp, and so he kind of struggled, and his bodies like were slipping. And but look at him, look at him.
But we were
guilty man.
But Nate, we were just
guilty man.
Nate, focus. But we were just talking about how Bora, Upa's father, if he's got big muscles, so quite possibly in his old age, he's ending up like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who, I don't know if you know this, but he has needed some bypass surgeries because of how big his muscles have remained, but his heart is weakening. So he's needed bypass surgeries just to be able to, like, to live.
Why doesn't he just get a muscle reduction?
That's not really possible. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, Arnold, as a bodybuilder, you're making your muscles abnormally big than the human body is used to. So it's like, this is why he's needed the heart surgeries, because he's made his body too big. So it's like his heart is literally not strong enough to pump blood to his own body.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just overstraining itself. So, I mean, his muscles are atrophying on their own due to age, but, like, yeah, that's basically been the main reason. Yeah. Anyways, but you say, oh, wait, no, we already, the Karinga tribe, that's what they're called. Tonight we celebrate family and friendship, Upa blurted out to his people, who returned his words with cheers. Let's get the party started, Upa declared. The party most certainly started. Hog roasts were grilling on spitfires, drinks were flowing, the tribe were singing and dancing and playing their drums, rattles, bells, and flutes. Everyone got involved, singing, dancing, drinking, and laughing as well. Everyone except Vegeta and Piccolo, although Piccolo couldn't help but tap his foot along to the beat of the music. The antisocial duo sat beneath the trees of the camp, watching as the others joined in, making fools of themselves.
Oh my god! You know what that reminds me of?
What
The fucking and the end of the Android 13 movie.
was it? Oh, right, where they just were sitting on that iceberg.
Yeah, it's like wait till the fish jumps. It's
What do you
over.
mean? Finn! Oh, I get it.
Oh my god.
Gota and Trunks were having a whale of a time running around with some of the other children, one of which was Upa's son, and playing tricks on some of the elders with bamboo sticks and chewed up paper, which they were blowing through the bamboo, hitting the elders in the back of their heads. They couldn't stop the laughter as they ran away from the elders when they bellowed at them to stop. Chi-Chi kept her promise and was helping many of the women of the tribe help cook a bountiful feast full of fresh boar meat, fish, vegetables, and fruit. As she swished oil around a large cooking pan on the fire, her eyes caught sight of her youngest son in Trunks, rushing over to Goku in a fit of giggles. She watched as her drunken husband, sporting Master Roshi's sunglasses, whispered something to them, him giggling as he observed the two boys sneak over to Vegeta and using their bamboo guns on him. A sulky ball of paper slapped him right in the forehead. They just hit him with a spitball,
Oh my god, bro.
triggering a huge growl to escape his throat. The two boys ran away in hysterics. The other, who just joined in?
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
My mic wasn't picking up for whatever reason.
Okay. So you had to leave and rejoin?
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, I sent a gif in the chat because them being Piccolo and Vegeta being on the sidelines reminded me of that gif. I have no idea which episode is that from, but I know the gif. So
Let me see. It was in the general chat of where?
in the voice chat.
Let me see. I'm not seeing it. Hang on. I'm trying to see the. I'll check it out later. But anyways,
Okay.
Kakarot Vegeta screamed his name in anger, flying to his feet from his spot beneath the trees and storming over to him. Oh crap! Goku cast out through his laughter, scrambling to his feet, making a beeline for Bulma to protect him. He practically fell into the blue-haired woman who could only laugh at his antics as he gripped her by the shoulders, holding her in front of him like armor. Goku, what are you doing? Save me! The prince of all but 2 Saiyans and some half pints is coming to kill me. He squealed out playfully.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's true. Vegeta calls himself the Prince of all Saiyans, but it's like the Prince of the last 2 Saiyans and 3 half-breeds.
Wait, what about Broly?
Oh, yeah, I guess 3 full Saiyans and 4 half-breeds. 5.
Wait, who's the oh
5
yeah,
if you
wait,
include
no.
Pan, and possibly a 6th one on the way if Broly and Chi-Lai hook up.
I'm Ban has less Saiyan percentage.
She counts. I mean,
But
she counted
yeah,
when it
still.
came to giving.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because Videl was pregnant with Pan, and so it counted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Anyways,
as long as there's any amount,
yep.
it counts.
Woman, move! I'm going to smash his face in. Vegeta snarled when he reached him. Bulma and Goku looked at one another before roaring with laughter. Fuck you, Namekian. You won't be laughing when I get you next. Vegeta snapped at Piccolo.
We'll laugh when I get you next, motherfucker.
Yeah. It was time for the powwow dance, a traditional dance where the tribe gathered around, dancing and singing to celebrate their family and welcome their guests. Generally, this was something all tribe members partook in, but tonight the women were taking the lead. The Z Warriors watched in pure wonder as the many women of the group were spinning and dancing around the main fire, and in and out of the many men who happily danced, laughed, and joined in with them. Is someone feeling left out? A sweet voice caught his attention to her right, instigating him to turn his head to look up at them. As one of the women from the tribe, her very long, dark, wavy hair flowing down from her front as she bent over slightly, her hand out in front of her for him. Huh, Goku uttered, take my hand and I'll show you what you're missing. The flirtatious voice coaxed him. Not a good idea, man, Yamcha whispered to him, sat next to him. No, I'm good, thanks, Goku nervously answered her. Goku, you have been chosen. It's very disrespectful to refuse a woman during a powwow dance, Upa informed him to his left. Goku nervously looked up at the woman. Before he could say anything more, she dragged him to his feet and pulled him to a ring of dancers.
Oh,
Goku,
you know what this reminds me of?
What?
A typical party scene in One Piece.
Right?
Typical what?
Party scene in One Piece. Basically, after the One Piece crew successfully beat a villain and possibly gain a new crew member, or basically at the end of every One Piece arc, there's always a big party.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
Like with when Brooke, the musician, joined the party, he was playing the piano and they had a big feast and drink and everything.
Pretty much. Yeah, they do it at the park, pretty much.
And when they finally get to the end of the Elbaf arc, I'm sure the party is going to be nuts.
Oh yeah, considering the Giants? Oh yes.
Giants and all the mead.
Oh my god, yes.
Yes.
Wait, isn't that what you made?
Yep.
Ah.
Don't worry, I'll take good care of you, Son Goku. She teased, giving him a wink and removing his glasses from his face and hooking them on her crop between her breasts. Goku blushed at her behavior, but had no time to think as she spun him around amongst the other dancers. Chi-Chi had caught sight of the disgusting display between her husband and the beautiful tribal woman. She couldn't help hide her anger. She observed vigilantly as the two of them danced around together, following the sea of other dancers in the huge fire. I'm impressed. You know how to dance. The woman complimented him as they spun to the far side of the fire. Well, I have danced before. My wife taught me, he informed her. And
Oh, she did.
there's also that Princess Snake filler episode where
Oh my god.
he thought Princess Snake was King Kai. And he fucking
That was
yeeted her halfway across the room.
Oh my goodness.
I don't see your wife out here with you now, she murmured, halting the dance and tugging him towards her by his sash. Well, you see, it's kind of uncomplicated, Goku stuttered out, a bead of sweat forming at the side of his head. It doesn't need to be, she whispered, her small hands gliding up his rock hard abs towards his chest. What are you doing? Goku stammered.
No, this is a little too sus.
Yeah. Wow, no, I can't do that. He yelped out, his eyes wide in fear. Why not? She questioned him, a look on his face. Because I'm married, he reminded her. So, isn't your wife divorcing you? She questioned him. The question had Goku frozen on the spot. How did she know about that? Upa was the only one who confided in about that. The rest of the tribe had no idea. Who told you that? He asked her seriously. I might have overheard it when Upa was talking to my sister. This had Goku puzzled. Who's your sister? He watched, pointing over to... he watched as she pointed over to Upa dancing with his wife. Wait, Navya is your sister, Upa's wife? The name's Ananya. Pleasure to meet you, Son Goku. She smiled at him, her seductive eyes making him feel very uneasy. He really didn't want anything to do with this. He had enough shit going on. You know what? I'm going to go, he told her, letting her go over her wrists, unhooking his glasses from her bra and turning to walk away. But Goku, enjoy your night. Anya, you got her name wrong. She heard him say as he walked off. It's Ananya, she grumbled, a frown on her face as she watched the handsome men get away. Goku puffed out his cheeks, letting out a huge breath as he put Roshi's sunglasses back on. He stumbled slightly as he reached one of the tables where he grabbed a large bottle of beer, gulping down a fair bit of the contents straight from the bottle instead of pouring it into a glass. I'm guessing it's probably like one of those gallon bottles, since they probably don't have the manufactured stuff.
Reminds me of what Zoro does.
Or maybe.
Yeah, he just drinks that shit straight up.
Yeah, Zoro is a crazy
Bro can put it back. And also, actually, to get on a discussion about possible videos, I am possibly going to do a video about how Toriko didn't do well in spite of it being a good anime. Because it also reminded me of Zebra, and for his full course menu, he has, I think, a beer as one of his, and he lists it as like an entire drum. So Zebra can also put it back.
That is true. You're right about that.
Yeah. Anyways, he turned to face the rest of the dancers, his eyes then frantically darting around, looking for someone in particular. That's when his eyes landed on Yamcha, and he gave him the "I told you so" look and pointed to an opening in the bushes just up from him. Shit. His wife must have seen it all. His glossy eyes caught sight of her in the distance. After sifting through the trees, her small frame hunched over a picnic table that was perched against the many trees of the rural village. His body swayed, his legs all but stumbling as he made his way over to her, his vision slightly blurred, and wearing Master Roshi's glasses didn't help that. She heard him coming even before she even saw him, his intoxicated state impossible to ignore. She stood up instantly, her focus on him as he unsteadily maneuvered his way over to her, a half-empty bottle of alcohol in his right hand. Her husband rarely consumed alcohol, but when he did, he drank like it was a competition. Tonight was no different, except for that Goku was fighting his own demons right now. What do you want, Goku? She sighed. It's not what you think, he assured her, putting his left hand in front of him in defense. And what do I think? I was only dancing with her because it's a tribe thing. That's it. Upa dragged me into it, and I just did it because he was too. You can dance with whoever you want. I don't care. Her words are like venom. He was definitely sure she did care. If you don't care, why'd you storm off over here by yourself? What has it got to do with you? Why is it any of your business what I do? Chi-Chi, I know you're mad at me, but please stop. He started to plead, extending his left hand out to her. She swatted his hand away coldly and narrowed her eyes at him. Don't, she whispered dangerously. Chi-Chi, I can't do this anymore. This is stupid. He kept flailing his arms dramatically, liquor tipping from the open bottle. This is stupid? How I feel is stupid? She questioned him, her voice rising and frown deepening. Oh, come on, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant all of this is stupid. You're my wife. I love you, and you love me, and don't say you don't, because that's bullshit, he slurred out. You have no idea how I feel, Goku, not that it matters to you anyway. You do as you please, not a single thought about me. Goku slapped his face sloppily in complete frustration. Fuck, he exclaimed melodramatically. Chi-Chi, I said I'm sorry. Chi-Chi ignored his clearly foul, drunken language and tried to compose herself. You're sorry? You think just saying you're sorry is okay? That'll fix everything? No, maybe. I don't know. But I do know that I'm sorry for hurting you and letting you down. Sorry means nothing to me. I'm forever hearing that word coming out of your mouth. I kicked you out of the house, and you have done nothing to try and fix this. How am I supposed to try when you won't even talk to me? I've tried talking to you, and you just shoot me down every time. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do? He's got a point.
Yeah.
You tried talking to me a few times, and that was it. You went off to your little cabin in the woods. You've been clearly having a good life since then, Chi-Chi accused him. A good life? A good life, he repeated, his voice becoming high-pitched and loud. That's right, meeting up with your friends when you want to. You meet up with the boys, spar with Vegeta, and run off with Whis and King Kai. And now you're here partying with your tribe friends. Clearly, that's all you want. Are you fucking serious right now? That's all I want? I want you, he roared, his arms swinging around in front of him. You had me. You had everything. Don't you think I know that? I know what I had, and I want it back, Chi-Chi. I will do anything to have it all back. He bellowed, his body staggering closer to her. Bullshit, she called out. You've had every opportunity under the sun to make things right between us, and you have done nothing. Oh, come on, babe. It's not like you make this easy for me. I'm supposed to make this easy for you? You're the one who messed up, not me. Why should I make things easy for you? Why should I accommodate your needs? I don't know, honey, but maybe cut me some slack, give me something to work with. Oh, Chi-Chi saw red. Okay, Goku. You want to go there then? Then let's go there. Why haven't you been fighting? Where's that burning passion? Where's that vigor? Vigor, I don't even know what that means. If this was a battle to save Earth, you would be giving your heart and soul. You'd fight with everything you had. But where's that fight for me? Chi-Chi, I'm stood here telling you I'm sorry and that I want to fix this. I'm trying. No, you're not. What do you want me to do? This ain't a fight to save the universe. I can't just fight you or something. Just tell me, what have I got to do to prove to you that I'm sorry and I love you? What do I got to do to fix this? It's not as easy as that. This is about your carelessness, your lack of thought when you put your life on the line, your selfish, reckless attitude every time a fight comes your way. So what? So you want me to stop fighting? Is that it? Is that what you want from me? No, Goku, I want you to understand that you were in the wrong, that you can't act like that. I want you to understand that I'm angry and allow me to be angry. I want you to understand that I'm hurt, mentally and emotionally hurt, and that I need to heal from that. You can't just go fix that by telling me you're sorry. It's taken years of your selfishness and absences to put me here. You can't just fix it. Okay, so what do I do if I can't just fix it? I don't know, Goku. I can't forgive you for what he did. I don't know how to forgive you. You just don't understand. I understand that. No, you don't understand. You're not me. You're not the one who feels this way, Goku. I don't feel important to you anymore. I don't feel like I'm a priority, and I don't know how to deal with that. But you are important, Chi-Chi. It doesn't feel like that, Goku. After what you've done, I feel like you just don't care anymore. I know I'm a fucking idiot, but I do care about you. I've always cared about you. How can you expect me to believe that after you lied to me? Can you expect me to feel important and wanted when you betray me like that? Chi-Chi, Goku tried. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't want me. So why don't you just run back to that tribal girl? Because I'm pretty sure she would be more than happy to have you the way she was touching and looking at you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Chi-Chi is kind of being impossible right now.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to fucking do, bro? Like,
yeah, she really is not giving him anything to work with here.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, Ishada, you don't get to walk away from me. I'm trying to talk to you, and you're the one walking out. Let go of me, or I'll what? You'll what? What will you do? He darkly questioned her. If she wasn't so angry right now, she would find it hard to take him seriously with his haggard voice and those stupid sunglasses on his face. Instead, she used his vulnerable state to her advantage. Knowing his guard was completely down, she yanked her arm free of his grasp and swung her right hand and slapped him hard across the face. It wasn't your average slap. It was a slap from one of the most powerful women on the planet and echoed throughout the trees, and damn, it stung. Goku lurked over her and unveiled his eyes, pushing the sunglasses up on top of his head. He held his eyes held an array of emotions. It was almost chaotic. She was waiting for a response from him, but she got nothing. She was tied between feeling disappointed that he had nothing to say, but also feeling like nothing had changed because, as usual, she did nothing. She went to walk away again, putting several feet between them before he reacted. Chi-Chi, please, don't leave, he croaked out. The pain in his voice made her stop in her tracks, and she was conflicted by how it made her feel. I need to go. I don't want you to go, he hoarsely confessed to her, walking towards her, closing the gap between her. Goku, please. She tried to tell him, but he took her hand and pulled her close to him, so close she could feel his breath on her skin. I miss you, he spewed out. You're right here, and I miss you. She couldn't stop her eyes from meeting his glassy ones. They were so hard to look at. Her mind sorted things she could say, things she should say. As he clumsily pressed his lips onto her, she found herself frozen in the spot she couldn't push away. Okay, we're going to skip this because it gets a little intense. I can't do this.
What?
I guess it's an intense kiss.
With her tongue flapped in, the spit that flew everywhere. It was
Oh my god! Yes!
I can't do this, Goku, she whispered, gently pushing on his chest to make space between them. You don't want to do it? You don't want this, he whispered back, lurching forward and pressing himself against her, preventing her from making any distance between them. She swallowed hard, his passion-filled expression, all too familiar, so potently alluring, but she had to say it. I don't.
Her nipples felt rock hard.
Oh,
They were
God.
kind of scratching his
Oh, my-
chest.
Oh, my God.
Oh my god! It's
No.
Oh yes! Oh my god! Yo,
Why are you
yes.
putting that image in my head?
As their spit flew everywhere, it looked like two dogs drinking water on a hot summer day.
Oh my god! Yes, that's exactly right.
Oh my
It was
gosh, no.
disgusting yet beautiful, and everyone just stared in awe or disgust. They weren't really sure.
I'm here getting emotional and she's making making a joke lewd. I don't know.
That's fucking
But
nuts.
but speaking of beautiful, look at that.
It's so funny. Nate's going, yes, forgive him, Gigi. Sitting there crying, and all of a sudden he hears, and their nipples grew hard.
Yeah.
He's like wiping away tears, going, this is a beautiful scene.
Yes.
And then someone goes and makes it really. Now I'm sitting there, not sure if I should laugh or cry more.
But speaking of something that makes you smile, look at our boy. He is so cute. You know, mama's boy. Anyways,
By the way,
Oh.
so I do gotta leave in a little bit before we do. Could we read a chapter of mine?
yeah, let's take just a short break from this one. Since Andy's got to go, we'll do the next chapter of Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Good, because I think Nate was going, somebody change it before I start crying.
Okay, I think we're on chapter 32, Dad, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I think so, yeah, we're on this one. Okay, this one's relatively short, so this should work. The mother of Katori was astonished to see before her the man that had once proposed to her long ago. This astonishment was met with an equal amount of happiness, yet at the same time anger from the woman. She had so much to say, but couldn't manage to form the words needed to express her feelings. It was then that the man broke the silence. I see you are doing well. Art remained completely calm. His face betrayed no emotion whatsoever. Art, where have you been all this time? I don't know what to say. Kuroka just can't find the words to express her conflicting emotions. I know I have a lot to explain, but all I can say for now is I am back, honey, he replied. At that moment, all of Kuroka's conflicting emotions seemed to disappear as she then went in and gave her husband a hug. I missed you so much, Kuroka said as she cried tears of joy getting to see her husband after so long. It's been some time, 15 years or so, right? He said, hugging his wife back. A little less, but yes, Kuroka replied. He let go of her. How have you been? I see you've become a teacher. He turned to the others in the room. If it's not too much to ask, may I move with my wife here to another place to talk? Sure, someone replied. The two then headed for a classroom that was now currently empty since it was lunch break. Excuse
And
me.
they proceeded to be bent over and have school desks.
Wait. Well, the way they gotta do it is they gotta be on the desk, and it has to be on her desk.
Oh
and
my god.
she has to wear the school uniform to cosplay.
Oh my god.
Who's the goody two shoes of the series?
Yeah, is there like a goody two shoes of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal series?
I mean, yeah, it's basically Coterie.
Who?
Coterie?
Who is that?
Wait, what do you mean by goody two shoes?
Like as in like the perfect student.
Perfect student? Fuck, I don't know if there is one.
Yeah, there may not be.
Because it has to be on their desk.
Yeah.
Oh, the perfect student? Oh, it's that would be Rio.
Rio? I guess she hasn't been in this one, has she?
I think she's appeared a couple. I think she appeared a couple times, but she's not a major character.
Okay. Okay. So you let go of her. Oh, wait, we already read that. Sure, someone replied that the two headed to it for a classroom that was now currently empty since it was lunch break. Art, there's something important that you need to know that happened while I was gone, Kuroka said with a now serious face. I mean, I see what went on with your life, he replied. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if we have a daughter, Kuroka said. Art stopped speaking. True, he did see the girl at the entrance and smiled towards her, but he thought Kuroka had gotten remarried or something. Pardon me, he said. I never got the chance to tell you before you left, but I was pregnant. Her name is Katori, by the way. Oh, this is a flashback.
Are you sure we're on this chapter and not the last one?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're on this one.
Okay, because I could have sworn the last one we left off was the duel.
Well, that was for Vrains. This is Zexal.
Yeah, no. But the one with Yuma when he dueled Anna's mother.
Yeah, and we skipped that. We skipped the duel part, but we skipped ahead to the ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was
won the duel, so now we're at this part.
Yeah. But there's a chapter before this where we see Art outside the school and he's walking in and all that stuff.
Yeah, we got that part.
Oh, we did that one already.
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. I named her that because of all the birds that surrounded us when you were proposed to me. The poor guy was still processing everything. Again, pardon me? If you didn't leave when you did, or if you gave me some way to contact you, I would have told you sooner. Don't worry, though. She's happy as can be. She doesn't know about you, though, because I was hoping that you would come back eventually. I'm sure you can understand. I didn't tell her you were traveling. I would never answer her questions about it, so she gave up asking years ago. I think she just assumes you're dead, Kuroka explained. Art took a deep breath and tried to explain himself. He had a reason for leaving and not saying anything, and it was a damn good one. Kuroka has no idea about the stuff he's been doing all over the world. Firstly, there is a reason I did not leave any way of contact behind, which I will explain. Secondly, I didn't know you were pregnant. Heck, I could have sworn I pulled out on... Oh, bro! What the...
That's a thing you don't want to hear.
Right? She told me she was on the pill.
Wait, David, you better not do that with Sarah, where you're just like, oh, I thought I pulled out in time.
Well, again, if we have a kid, I mean, obviously I'm taking care of the kid.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, don't accidentally put one in. Be ready for it.
We would be, yeah.
Okay, just making sure, man. Just making sure. You don't want to be like this guy.
Anyways, truthfully, I'm a bit mad about you being gone all this time, but that isn't important right now. You need to see your daughter. The last year of her life has been extremely hard with the adventure she's gone on with a boy called Yuma, Kuroka said. All right, but this is going to be extremely awkward. Got anywhere where we can make this more private? Art asked. Yes, give me a second. Kuroka then grabbed her cell phone and dialed Katori's number. Hold on, guys. I'm getting a call from Mom. Katori said as she grabbed her cell phone and answered. Mom, is something wrong? She asked. No, honey, just promise to come home straight after school, okay? No questions until then, Kuroka said. All right, I guess. I promise I will, Katori replied. Kuroka then hung up the phone. This ought to be interesting, Art muttered. Well, I better leave you to your work then. I will go prepare myself, he said. Then the issue came to Kuroka's mind. Where is he staying? Art, if you have nowhere to go, why not stay at my place, unless you already have something else arranged, Kuroka said. Truth be told, I do not. I was going to hunt for one, but I guess that since you are offering, he said, then opened the door. I will be waiting. He left, leaving Kuroka to think over the events that went down. Her husband was back, and he still had his good looks to him. The school day then came to an end, but Katori has to explain to Yuma and the others that she was going straight home at her mother's request. Once she arrived back, she noticed there was an extra car parked in front of the house. There was also a nice smell coming from inside. Strange, she didn't know this dish. It was obviously food, but she had no idea what could smell like this. Mom, I'm home just like you asked. What did you want to talk about? Katori walked into the living room and saw a man that she had never seen before. She assumed that this person is who the car belonged to. Apparently, they've cooked dinner, and her mother was strangely enough pretty close to him, hugging him from behind with her arms around his chest as they were standing up in the living room. Nothing I'm seeing was ongoing, thankfully, but this was still weird seeing the scene unfold. Oh, Art said. Truth the Bold. What? Truth the Bold? Andy, what is this sentence?
Wait, say again.
Truth the Bold?
Truth the bolt. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think you meant to put truth be told.
Yeah, I don't know
Then
what
you-
the hell kind
then
of
you don't
autocorrect
even remember what you
nonsense
wrote.
that is.
Yeah. Kuroko was doing something she remembered he enjoyed. Some people putting their hands on the eyes, but Kuroko remembered how he would always slide them down around him. She took the chance to do it while he was setting the table, hence why she still had a plate in hand when Katori walked in. Mom, who is this man? Is he your new boyfriend or something? Katori asked, as this was the only conclusion she could come to. Her mother let go of Art, and her gaze fell on her daughter. Art let out a small whistle and tried to slip into the kitchen again, but Kuroka grabbed him by his earring. Ouch, ouch, ouch. He whined a bit. Then Kuroka gave a sharp look. He knew what to do. All right. Hello, my name is Katori. It's a pleasure to meet you, she bowed in respect. Sweetie, I have something important to tell you, Kuroka stated with a now serious look on his face. Important? What is it? Well, young lady. Ouch. Once again, Kuroka had to set him straight. This time she jabbed him in the ribs. Katori, he corrected himself. Your mother and I have known each other since we were young, and should I really go through with it, Kuroka? He asked, addressing her by her name. Yes, tell her the truth. She needs to know that you're her dad. Oops. Katori looked at her mother for a second, and then she saw Art sigh. Good one, Kuroka. I see time has not fixed your share of bad habits. Mom, did you just say dad? Katori asked as she wanted to make sure she heard correctly. Yes, sweetie, this man, he's your biological father. Katori was now in an emotional state to what her mother was in earlier on a much higher level. Why? Why did her supposed father show up now? For a second, she wanted to be happy, but rage and shock took her over. And for the first time in her life, Katori was completely infuriated. 1 minute of silence had passed, but the look on Katori's face showed exactly what she was thinking, a feeling of extreme shock and rage. So I was lied to all this time. Why? Why didn't you tell me I had a father? And why has he suddenly appeared now after all this time? Damn it. Katori screamed as she ran off to her room. Kuroka sighed heavily at all this, while Art remained stoic. I'm sorry for her. I'm sure it must be no, Art said, cutting her off. I should have be the one to apologize. It's time for a well-deserved explanation to both of you. It's exactly why I left. When you hear it, I bet you will scold me, but I'm telling you, it was the worst and best thing that ever happened to me. He said, What do you mean? She asked. Let's go to her room, see how she's holding up. He said as he began walking to Katori's room, Kuroka leading him up to it until they arrived in the front door. He listened in, hearing sobs, and muttered behind the door. She was angry and had the right to be. Art was still not sure how her mother took the news so much better of his return. Heck, he expected her to have divorced him a long time ago, but he found out earlier that they are still married. Art knocked on the door to Katori's room. That's the thing, marriage contracts, they can take a while to process. Yeah. Because my friend at work, she was actually still married to her first husband and got in an entire other relationship, and then her husband came back into the picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Anyways, what? Go away. I don't want to speak right now. Katori shouted behind the door. Sweetie, please open the door so we can talk. I know that you're mad, but please understand there's a reason for all this. Just give us a chance to speak, Kuroka pleaded. What explanation did you have for lying to me all these years? I feel like my life is a lie, Katori shouted. I mean, she's having a Frank Reynolds reaction. My life is a lie. My life is a lie. Someone's gonna get stabbed.
Uh-oh.
Andy, have you seen that scene from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
No.
I'm gonna send it to you. It's hilarious. And you can watch it after the stream or once we're done here. I'm sending it to you. It's hilarious. Anyways, Art's side, keep her busy, he said as he made his way outside and looked up. Seeing the windows to her room luckily open, he smirked and looked around, making his course of action.
He's
He
gonna run
jumped
through
and
the
grabbed-
window, bro.
What'd you say, Andy?
He's gonna go through the fucking window, bro.
There you go, he said as he jumped into her room from the window. Katori's anger temporarily left her as she was in shock at what she had just witnessed. Just how did you do that? She asked. This is the first time she saw someone other than Kathy make those sorts of climbs. Experience and training, girl, he replied. But on the other note, please open the door so your mother can come in as well, and we can talk about this. I can explain why I had to scram, but it is a long story. You actually went as far to climb into my room just to explain your story to me? Fine, I'll listen. Katori said as she tried to keep her anger in check. She then opened the door to her room for her mother to enter. Thank you, sweetie. I promise you won't regret this. The two ladies sat on the bed, Art in front of them standing. He looked rather stressed, but a sigh later he started to talk. So it all began shortly after I graduated. I was always a wild card, your mother can confirm, but I also had a bad habit of getting into trouble. I do recall those times, yes, Kuroka said, although I do also remember you outsmarting most of them. Most. Bullies never learned, which allowed me to trick them and escape from most of them. The smarter ones gave me trouble, but they were dealt with as well at times. Art continued, but that is irrelevant. After I graduated, I ended up with the wrong people, and before I knew it, I owed money to pretty bad scum. Wait, what? Even Kuroka reacted, connecting the dots. So the reason you were in the hospital back then, the reason you had an accident, cut my brakes on my car. Damn. But I survived. Then you came to visit me in the hospital. I had no actual insurance. You were willing to help. I suggested the legal marriage. It allowed you to use your insurance for my treatment. Dang, bro was about to owe a lot of money.
Yeah, basically, he got in with the wrong motherfuckers, bro.
And then he got into an accident. That would
Because they sabotaged his fucking car.
Yeah. So you used her, Katori asked, making Art flinch. He did it first. Then her mother continued. To be fair, what followed was not our plan. She blushed, recalling those days. Indeed, Art smirked. I and your mother spent some time after. The goons who were after, thinking they managed to off me. We fell in love, and one night I led her to the bedroom. Can you not tell the story of my conception? Katori interrupted, causing Art to laugh. Her mother having an irritated pout.
Oh, and before you continue, I just want to ask Sarah, how are babies made?
No. Andy? Can you not? Back to the main topic then. His smile faded. The
I'm
guys who wanted me
shaking my
dead
head.
got wind that I was still kicking, so I had to leave. Now it made sense. Art left to protect her. Kuroka's eyes went wide. I ran to the U.S. Wait, so is like the Yu-Gi-Oh world like just Earth, and like are they in Japan? I always thought of it like another kind of Earth, but not really.
It's basically Earth, kind of. It's a little weird, especially depending on which series you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
In the original series, and GX, they're definitely in Japan.
Okay.
It's kind of I guess we can assume that they're in Japan in the other ones as well because they all speak Japanese. So
okay. I ran to the USA where I tried getting various jobs and I eventually opened my own business. I managed to move across the globe quite a bit, keeping steady income afloat. And then I noticed it was growing. My business, which was originally just a trick to make money for traveling expenses, was producing more and more profit as time went by. By the time I had more than enough to pay the debt, I also amassed more than enough influence to get those guys out of the way. To this day, they do not know who locked them up. He chuckled, quite proud of that one. They deserved it, but after a few months, I remembered about you, Kuroka. So I returned to Heartland, hoping to find you living a good life with a loving husband instead of a no-good like me. He looked at Katori, placing a warm smile on his own lips, but fate plays weird games. You put insight, I think hindsight is what you meant to put, right?
Yeah.
If I hadn't gone into debt, you wouldn't be here today, Katori finished. Wow, I honestly had no idea that my father could be this kind of person. I'm sorry about getting mad before. I was wrong, Katori said as her Anger fully slipped away. You needn't be. I still ran and whatnot, Art said. But I am back, aren't I? And with a successful business, no less, a good profit of 22 million US per year for my pocket. That's a lot of money. Both girls shouted. What can I say? Fate smiled on me. Anyway, sweetie, shouldn't you hug him? He is your dad after all. I know he's an idiot. I'm sure you can tell by now he means well, Kuroka said. Oi, Art shouted. It was then that Katori realized the situation. She now has officially met her father, and he has said that he's going to stay. Her feelings then erupted like a volcano like before, except this time with happiness. Dad, Katori said as she leaped over and hugged him for the first time. Aw. Somewhere deep in her heart, a feeling of loneliness of not having a dad that she had long hid from the world was finally filled.
And I really like this one because he has money.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh boy. Now that's very surface level though.
Yep. Okay, so I think you got to get going, Andy.
Yeah. I might be back if you're still here within in like 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'll probably be here for another hour. And like I said, I'll keep the Craigbot open for a little bit. So just join on Discord when you get back.
All right, sounds good to me. All right,
Okay.
I'll see you then.
Mm-hmm. Later.
Biased.
Okay. Now let me take a drink of water and we'll finish up the Dragon Ball one. And then Valheim.
Mm-hmm.
Get your tissue box ready.
But which tissues for what exactly?
Well, he said he got emotional
Mm-hmm.
during the passionate
Kiss.
slobberfest.
Also, I mean, it kind of was the way it was written.
I mean, honestly, why does anime do that? They have these slobberfest makeouts. It's like, first off, when you pull back, and if you got a string of saliva, that means you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, and actually, I think that's more hentai than anime. A lot of anime is more tasteful.
And it's like,
Isn't anime just a sub? Wait, isn't hentai just a subset of anime? So
Yeah,
when you say
pornographic.
anime, but you mean hentai, you are technically right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But my love, take a picture of Morocco right now. He's so cool.
I am also doing today's Pokidoku, and I'm struggling.
Pokidoku? What's Pokidoku?
It's Sudoku, but with Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Interesting.
kinda, like, you only get like 9 guesses, so you have to, like,
Get it absolutely right, yeah.
really think. Yeah.
She wasn't sure what she did, but she snapped back to reality. She suddenly peeled her lips from his, leaving inches between them. Oh, wait, no, we already read all
Wait,
that.
where are you? I just, like,
Yeah.
you know, the I don't, she breathed.
Okay. Why don't you just say it? He spat. Say what? Just say it, he said, raised in his voice in annoyance. Say what, Goku? That you don't love me. Just say it. Put me out of my misery. Goku, Chi-Chi, please. I can't deal with this. You can't deal with this? What about me? You're the one who told me to leave. You're the one who wants this to be over. I never wanted any of this. It don't matter. All the things we've been through don't matter that I spent my entire life with you. Don't matter that I fucking died for you, that I'd still die for you. How dare you? I built a home with you. Don't that mean anything to you? He shouted at her croakily, the pain behind his words so openly obvious in his voice. Chi-Chi had no words as he stared back at him. We have a home, Chi-Chi. He whimpered out like a lost child. Our home, me and you, we made that. And our family, the boys, we made that. Chi-Chi felt her eyes welling up as he poured her his heart out to her in a way which he'd never done before. I had no idea what this was, what this could be. I had no idea I could ever feel that like this for someone. That I'd want to protect someone, love someone, and feel like the worst, most shittiest person in the entire universe for letting you down. I feel so sad, Chi-Chi. I don't even recognize myself. A lone tear slid down her pale cheek, his eyes glistening, watching as it did. I miss you every single day. I miss your smell. I miss just feeling you close to me. I miss hearing you singing to a song when you're cooking. I miss telling you about my day. I miss telling you how good we did at the market selling our vegetables. I miss play fighting with you. I miss having you on my back when I do push-ups. I miss seeing you smile. I miss hearing you laugh. I miss hearing you shouting at me for being a fucking idiot. His voice rose with every disclosure, his raspy voice cracking the louder he got. They both stood there in silence, their eyes locked in an intense gaze. Should I not have come back? He suddenly asked her in a saddened voice. What? She questioned him. Surely he didn't mean what she thought he did. I should have stayed dead, right? because then I wouldn't have put you through all this. Goku, Chi-Chi was horrified by his words. I know I ain't good enough for you, Chi-Chi. I never was. When I came back to life after Boo, you didn't have to forgive me. You didn't have to take me back, but you did. And I was so happy you gave me another chance. But here I am, just messing it all up again. I'm a big mess, Chi-Chi, and I know that's probably the last thing you want. But this big mess loves you with everything I have, he quietly told her, his eyes dropping to the leaves scattered on the ground around his boots, his head shaking back and forth lightly as he stood there angry himself. I don't understand how you feel, but I want to be there. I want to help you heal. I want to do something, anything, so you know I'm here. So that's just it, Goku, right now. I think I just need to be on my own so I can figure this out. You want to be on your own? I need this time, Goku. His Gort face suddenly hardened with his free hand as he lightly tapped his sunglasses on top of his head, allowing them to drop onto the bridge of his nose. Fine, he uttered, raising his half-empty bottle in the air as if to toast her. I won't bother you about it anymore, he slurred, out bringing the bottle to his mouth, downing the remainder of its contents. She observed helplessly as he emptied the bottle completely, flinching as he flung it aggressively to the ground and finished the bottle smashing to pieces. He then stumbled back the way he came, his arms hanging dejectedly at his sides. She just stood there lost and stared at his shrunken, stumbling form as he continued to walk away from her. She was lost, so lost. The festivities had come to an end. Goku, Bulma, Yamcha, and Krillin were laying amongst a pile of frozen cushions, drunk and tired. Bulma was leaning against Goku as they reminisced about old times and spending time at Roshi's, whilst Yamcha and Krillin had their arms behind their heads, lying comfortably on the soft furnishing. Do you remember that time when Roshi was fast asleep on his lounger on the beach and Yamcha drew a picture of a giant penis on his back and sunscreen? You know what? I could see Yamcha doing that.
Definitely.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Yamcha sloppily exclaimed. And he didn't notice until days later after meeting up with one of his regular girls, and she pointed out to him. Yamcha cackled. Oh, man, he was so pissed with this Krillin chortled. Just a big white tick on his sunburnt back. Yamcha spoke in the group of friends, howled with laughter. That reminds me of this one meme, that poor seal. Have you seen that one, Nate?
No.
Okay. Hang on. Seal. Look at his face. Meme. Oh, this is just sad. This poor seal. I mean, he's giving the side eye and everything. It's like, who the fuck would do this? Are you serious? Look at his fucking face. He obviously doesn't know.
Where are you sending it?
Hang on. I'll send it to you on Discord. Oh, I'm seeing the GIF now. Hang on, I'm sending it to you on
Wait,
Discord.
so where are you putting? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
PMs, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, look at him. Poor seal. Again, look at his face. He doesn't know. It's one thing to do it to Roshi, he knows, but that poor seal, he's like, what's the joke? Why are people laughing at me?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Cute.
where is Master Roshi? Goku suddenly wondered, propping Roshi's sunglasses on top of his head. He died ages ago. Krillin pointed his thumb behind him, and Goku's eyes followed to a point of cushions where a comatose Roshi lay sprawled amongst them. Goku chuckled at the sight, Krillin joining in. Some things never changed. Gohan sauntered over to them at that moment, shaking his head amusedly at the state of them all. I'll get Master Roshi to his tent, Gohan offered to the group, his eyes shifting to land on his father, who he noticed was still drinking alcohol. Gohan reached for the jug of water on the table and poured some of it into a cup, swapping it with the drink his father had in his hand. Goku looked up at his son in question when Gohan swapped the drinks over. Please, just drink this now, Dad. Thank you, Dad. Good night, guys. Gohan bid them all good night and made his way over to Master Roshi. Goku tipped the water back and forth in the cup in his palm, his half-lidded eyes watching his son as he scooped up a passed-out Master Roshi. That's when Chi-Chi sauntered over to their eldest son, and Goku couldn't help but stare at her longingly, her long, dark hair loose and sprawled over her shoulders and down her back. She caught his gaze after saying goodnight to their eldest son, but both of them just looking at each other silently. Chi-Chi was the one to break the gaze as she nervously combed some of her hair behind her ear and walked off towards the tent. I hate seeing you so bummed, pal, Krillin quietly admitted. Goku stared at the water in his hands without saying a word. It's going to be okay, Goku. Bulma assured him, lightly rubbing his arm. Goku's eyes remained fixed on his water, but he gave her a little nod. It wasn't long after when everyone decided to call it a night and go to their tents. Bulma and Krillin made sure Goku got to his own tent okay, due to his intoxicated state, helping him to remove his boots, laughing at him as he practically hung in their arms like dead weight. Once he was safely tucked in, Bulma smiled sweetly down at him, his eyes closed, a cute little smile on his face before ruffling his messy locks affectionately. Good night, son. She quietly spoke. Night, pal, Krillin added in, but Goku was already flat out. Buddy. When Goku opened his bleary eyes the next morning, he found himself staring up inside of a tent. He had to try and remember where he was for a moment as the entire tent spun around him. He forced himself to sit up, his lips dry, his throat crispy and hoarse, his head pounding. He clumsily clambered out of his tent to meet the burning bright light of the early morning sun, making him wince and clench his eyes shut for a few seconds. Man, he did feel rough. Again, he definitely needs that hair of the dog potion.
He needs, well, maybe. I don't know what that does.
In Kingdom Come Deliverance, if Henry gets a hangover, the hair of the dog cures the hangover.
Yeah.
It was just what he needed. Either that or a marigold decoction tends to work. He spent some time floating around, relaxing in the cool waters, hoping the lake would absorb some of his nasty hangover. He listened to the gentle flow of the rippling waters, the sweet chirping of the birds, and the gentle whisper of the wind. It was the perfect way to try and calm his mind. Sometime later, he climbed out of the lake and stood at the water's edge, minding his business, stretching his arms above his head. Dear God, at least wrap a towel around your waist. Vegeta screeched at him, startling him. What? No one was around. Vegeta swiftly turned his back to him so he couldn't see him naked anymore. Just put something on. Goku rolled his eyes and grabbed his pants, hastily yanking them up so Vegeta could turn back to face him. What's up anyway? Goku questioned the smaller Saiyan as he tied the string around his waist. Just making sure you haven't killed yourself, Vegeta told him. Goku, you're worried about me, huh? No, Bulma wanted me to check, as if I care what you do. Vegeta scowled. If Bulma wanted you to check if I was still alive, you could just feel for my key. You wouldn't have known from that. Didn't have to come looking for me. Goku pointed out, a smirk on his face. Vegeta growled under his breath. Just admit it, you do care. Goku showed off his pearly white teeth as he smiled wide at Vegeta. And Vegeta found himself sighing, shaking his head at him. A very small smirk gracing his hardened features. I am getting real tired of your shit, Kakarot.
Veggie cares.
Yep. Goku agreed to return home that afternoon. It took a bit of persuasion from both his sons as they sat together by the lake, but for them, he agreed to come home. Goku slowly opened his front door, the wooden hatch creaking as it opened in all the way. He lingered in the doorway. There was a heaviness in his chest, a numbness throughout his entire body, and exhaustion hitting him like nothing he'd ever felt before. He felt completely empty. He glanced around the small cabin, he's looking but not really seeing anything. This unfamiliar feeling he felt in his chest, it was consuming him. He felt darkness. Whatever it was his own fault. He was completely inadequate and stupid. He was completely worthless. He deserved to feel this way. His chaos, his madness, his anger, his love, his happiness, his silliness, everything that made him him, he was responsible for all his hurt. He tried so hard to fight it every single day, and he'd wake up the next day just to do it all over again. It's what demons were made of. He kept it all hidden behind that smile of his. Our demons look so beautiful in disguise. He managed to take a few steps forward into his rustic home, just enough to close the door behind him. But he felt his knees buckle beneath him, a tightening in his throat as he took a short intake of breath, a gut-wrenching sob suddenly tearing through his chest in the silent cabin, his drained body sliding down the doorframe. For the first time since it all began, Son Goku broke. He wasn't sure how long he was sitting there for, but Goku sat there lightheaded, staring into space. He faintly heard the sound of his phone ringing. His dull eyes steadily drifted towards his chest of drawers, where he thought his phone was sitting on the top. He stared at the chest of drawers for a few seconds, considering to just ignore the call, but something compelled him to get up and answer it. Knowing it was the one person who usually phoned him was his son. He managed to drag himself as he plodded over to his chest of drawers and took hold of his phone, noting it was indeed his oldest son calling him. Hey, Gohan. Hey, Dad, are you okay? Gohan asked him. Yeah. Okay, so this author is just having Goku say "Yi."
E.
He squeaked out in a high-pitched voice before bringing it down a few octaves. Yeah, I'm good, Gohan. Gohan wasn't so sure about that. Dad, I want you to come home and come around for dinner tomorrow. For dinner? Yeah, me and Videl would love to. Oh, Gohan's saying it now, too. Okay. Is this going to be crap baskets now? Just something the entire family says. Ah, crap baskets. I guess I could. Mom and Goten are coming, Grandpa too, but we really want you to be there as well. His father didn't respond. He knew he was mulling it over. His father never missed the opportunity for some good food, but with his mother there, he wasn't sure he was so sold on the idea. Dad? I don't know, Gohan. Goku spoke solemnly. We're still a family, Dad, no matter what. I want you there, and Pan wants to see her grandpa. Goku's went silent once more. His son's words played in his mind. We're still a family, Dad, no matter what. Goku started to chew on the skin on his bottom lip, his fingers picking from his hand, picking at the skin around his fingernails on his other hand. Please, Dad, I really want you to come. You can imagine his son's pleading eyes boring into his soul, just like his damn mother. Okay, kiddo, I'll be there. The day of the family dinner had arrived. After a slight anxiety attack before leaving, Goku made it to his son's house on time, and it went surprisingly well. Although Gohan could feel a slight bit of tension in the air with his parents barely seeing eye to eye, it didn't escalate further than that. After having the best home-cooked meal in a while, Goku smiled and patted his stomach contently. He just watched from across the table as his granddaughter messily devoured her strawberry ice cream, evidence of her enjoyment all over her face and high chair. He chuckled lightly at the carnage, the sight reminding him of when Gohan was just a baby. Now look at him, Goku thought, eyeing his eldest son, a look of pride on his face. Vigel and Chi-Chi cleared the table of the mountain of plates before heating up the teapot for some tea. After gentle chatter between them and Pan, Videl invited them all to move to the living area where Gohan set out mugs and snacks to go with their hot tea. When Goku stood up from the kitchen table, Gohan was shocked to see the change in his father. While his waist appeared smaller, he definitely lost some weight. He had to pull his jeans up a bit when he stood. Gohan hadn't noticed before with his dad sporting his baggy training gi, but with his fitted jeans and a black tee was very noticeable. His father was clearly not eating properly. Gohan caught Videl's eyes, and he knew she saw what he did. They were both concerned. Goku lay on the floor after drinking his tea, letting his little granddaughter crawl all over him and building blocks with her. Goten joining in and building his little niece a tower. Goku watched with a proud smile as Pan pulled herself up to stand using his shirt. What he wasn't expecting was for her to grab his face and start sucking on his right cheek. Pan, what you doing? Goku laughed out, and his granddaughter slumbered all over his cheek. Oh, that's how she gives kisses. It's pretty messy. Gohan told his father with a small chuckle. Goku continued to laugh, Pan pulling away a few seconds later, looking rather proud of herself. Oh, he was giving Grandpa kisses. He could, grabbing her and lifting her up above him, her little laugh making him beam. Grandpa can give good kisses too. Are you ready? Goku didn't give Pan much choice as he peppered her with her face with kisses, making her squeal with excitement. The moment between them was more than adorable, and Chi-Chi couldn't help but let a small, warm smile grace her features as she watched them. Dad gives real slobbery kisses, doesn't he, Pan? Goten giggled out next to her father. I'm Grandpa to her, not Dad. What do you mean I give slobbery kisses? He gasped at his son playfully, making Goten chortle. Then Goku winked up at Pan and sat her down next to him. I think Uncle Goten needs some really, really slobbery kisses from Grandpa. What do you reckon, Pan? Goku teased her, poking her nose and making her cheer for more. Goten was about to make a run for her when his father grabbed him by his ankles, knocking him to the floor, and dragging him back towards him. Goten couldn't stop the laughter that spilled from his lips as his father attacked his face with kisses, tickling him and blowing raspberries on his exposed stomach. Dad! Goten squealed as Goku continued his onslaught, tears escaping the corners of his eyes. After a small, playful fight broke out between Goku and Goten on the living room floor, Gohan updated his father on an upcoming project with work. Chi-Chi quietly observed how Goku paid their eldest son attention as he spoke about the project. Goku may not understand everything Gohan told him, but he listened. He always listened. He was good at that. Goku moved to the couch with Pan on his lap, bouncing her on his knee as she giggled and cheered. Videl declared that she needed a diaper change, but Chi-Chi offered to do it. Chi-Chi ambled over to her husband, who carefully handed her their granddaughter, neither one of them making eye contact or speaking a word before she left the room with the gurgling baby. Gohan continued to talk to his father, but he couldn't avert his eyes from his father's blatant anxiety. His father wouldn't stop fidgeting. He noticed that his father bounced his leg repeatedly, even when Pan was no longer sat on him. It was a nervous tic he had himself, which he clearly inherited from his father. He took note of his father's hands as he fiddled with them. His nails were bitten down so low there was dried blood, and he kept glancing up at the doorway in which his mother had just vacated through with Pan. His father was a restless person anyway, but for him to be this unsettled, it was disturbing, and it really upset him to see his father this way. It started to get late sometime later. Pan was tucked up in bed, so they decided to call it a night. Chi-Chi and Goten gave their thanks to Gohan and Videl, Goku joining them at the door. Chi-Chi then called for Nimbus. Gohan and Videl watched Goten as Goku gave a big hug. As Goten gave Goku a big hug, which lingered on Goku until Goku reluctantly ended it. Goten then hopped on the Nimbus with his mother before they took off into the darkening sky. Well, thanks for the food, guys. Goku expressed his gratitude to them. You can come over anytime you like, Dad. You're always welcome. Gohan reminded him gently. Pan loves seeing you today. Yeah, it was good to see her. She's growing so fast, like a weed, Gohan chuckled out. You're doing great. You should be proud, Goku told them. Learn from the best, Gohan gently replied. Well, I best get going. Thanks again, guys. Goku spoke before taking off into the evening sky. He felt Videl move next to him, her arm linking with his as she comforted him. No words were said as they watched Goku disappear into the night. Okay. Nearly the end of this one. Ooh, this is a long chapter. Okay. It was late the next evening, the clock ticking away on the wall, the hands signaling it was midnight. Chi-Chi sat alone in the darkness. In her dark, cold kitchen, Goten was in bed, and the house was clean and tidy. She needed to sit in peace for a moment. She needed to find clarity and understanding amidst the chaos of her life. Goku, her husband, her enigma. It was like she had a 1,000-piece puzzle laid out on the table, and there was only one more piece to click in to complete it. But she hesitated, the piece in her hand as it hovered over that empty space, where that piece was waiting to be connected, where that piece was meant to be connected. That piece was Goku. And she found herself unsure and nervous, holding back on finally completing her puzzle. Her thoughts led back to the early days of when they first got engaged. With all the suitors her father had set up for her, none could compare. Not even in the slightest. She wanted to be seen, and he saw her. She wasn't just some prize to be won as the princess to a rich kingdom. She wasn't seen as an inferior woman or as an outcast because she wasn't a stereotypical woman who did what she was told when spoken to by a man, or dressed like a princess or acted like a princess. She was fierce. She was adventurous. She loved to fight, just like he did. He saw her as a person, not some woman, not some princess. She was a person, her own person. Pure and kind-spirited. You know, I sometimes forget this, that yes, Chi-Chi is technically a princess.
You forget.
SMH.
I mean, to be fair, it didn't come up again after Dragon Ball. After Dragon Ball was over, her being princess of Ox King's kingdom basically didn't matter. Yeah. And on top of this, when Ox King passes away, does Goku now have to assume the title of king? That is a good question.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think that was answered.
Yeah. Yeah. Then.
I mean, I don't know if Ox King is dead in GT or not.
Or Super.
I mean, Super takes place like before, so like we need to remember like GT is when Goku is at his oldest.
Yeah, I know. Like towards the end of Z, he started to have like gray hair and everything, but like, yeah, that is a good question. Anyways, and he accepted her flaws and all because she wasn't perfect, and she knew that. But he never complained. If anything, her challenging nature and her fiery personality got his heart racing in the best possible way. She wasn't an easy person to deal or live with, but she knew she could be uptight, overbearing, and somewhat controlling. But he never once wanted her to change. Her mind trailed off to that night at Upa's and that argument, that moment where he let it all out to her. He normally wasn't the best with his words. Normally, he struggled to explain how he was feeling. He also got embarrassed when he opened up. He was so strong mentally and physically and didn't want anyone to see him any differently. He couldn't have anyone seeing him broken because he was the one who was meant to fix everything. But the way he opened up to her, the way he so easily and so passionately used his words, it had her doing a 180. She needed someone to make her feel nourished, to make her feel challenged and dizzy in her best possible way. She romanticized her whole life, dreaming of her soulmate, her husband, her best friend, him. She didn't stop thinking of him. She never gave up on him. He was the person she felt safe to ugly cry in front of, the person she felt safe to fall asleep next to, the person she felt safe to be her full and messy self around. He was the person that never missed the hurt behind her eyes, and she hid it behind a smile. The person who knew her darkest thoughts and feelings, but loved her with every fiber of her being. The person who she thought would run away, but instead came closer. Her kind, gentle, goofy-hearted man. They had been through so much together. She let a lone tear cascade on her cold, pale face as she stared into the nothingness of her kitchen. After all this time, was she expecting too much of him? Was she disappointed over something that was just him, something that had always been him? After 20 years of marriage, did she really expect him to be any different? Did she want to be him to be? She fell in love with the person he was, and her love for him was never going to change. Never. Maybe she was the one who needed to fix this. She needed to be able to forgive him. She needed to be able to trust him again. But the question was, how? She closed her tired red eyes, and she sat there at the kitchen table. Chi-Chi, what are you doing? She asked herself. The next afternoon came, and Chi-Chi was about to leave the kitchen after cleaning it up, and there was a gentle knock at the door. Baffled, Chi-Chi made her way to the front door, and a surprised breath left her lungs when she saw Goku standing there. Goten's not here, she informed him instantly, thinking he was there to see his son. I'm not here for Goten. I just need to talk to you. Goku, let me just say what I need to say, and then I'll go. I'll promise. He put his hands up in front of him to reassure her. Please, he added, sensing the conflict in his wife's key. Chi-Chi stared at him for a moment before nodding. Lightly, she backed away a few steps, allowing him into the kitchen. Slowly walked in towards her, closing the door behind him. Firstly, I'm sorry for how I acted at Upa's place. I drank a bit too much, and, well, I guess I let my mouth run. He admitted, scratching the back of his head nervously. Chi-Chi didn't respond, her eyes darting away from his briefly. Look, I can tell you I'm sorry 100 times, but that ain't what you want to hear, he told her. His eyes shifted to meet his again as he continued. I need you, Chi-Chi. I've always needed you. You don't need me, she bit back. Goku didn't answer, but his expression was one of confusion as he waited for her to explain herself. You've been managing just fine on your own. You've caught wild animals and harvested fresh vegetables from the farm and cooked your own meals with them. You've washed your own clothes, cleaned your own home. You've done everything just fine by yourself. Yeah, I have, but I don't need you to do those things for me, Chi-Chi. I never needed you for that. Okay, we're finally on the last part here. He took a moment to gently reach for her hands, the lack of resistance from her making his heart swell, allowing her to interlock his fingers with hers. I like you doing those things for me, especially cooking my food. You know, I think you're the best at it, but that's not why I need you, he softly told her as he edged that little bit closer to her. She gazed up at him, waiting to hear whatever he was going to say to her, her sparkling eyes darting back and forth as he tried to think of the words to say to her. You're home, Chi-Chi. You're my home, not the walls, the roof, the windows, and the doors. That's what a home needs, but you're what a home is. You're my comfort, my safety, and my peace. I could be at King Kai's training or fighting in an enemy off planet somewhere, but when I'm done, I always want to come home straight to you. You're like my shelter from all the crazy things that happen to me. That's how you make me feel when I come home to you. I can just relax and be me and not worry about the world anymore. He let go of her one hand and cupped her cheek in his clammy palm, his thumb softly brushing across her skin. I look at you, Chi-Chi, and I'm home, he whispered to her, his gentle eyes searching hers. I miss my home. He breathed against her skin as he pulled her closer to him, his soft lips pressing against her forehead. Please don't give up on me, not yet, he whispered to her. He closed his eyes, taking in her sweet, potent scent. He missed her smell so much. Her smell always carried him and reminded him that this is where he belonged. Chi-Chi shut her eyes tight, forcing herself to hold back her tears as she felt his warm breath against her skin, his coarse, strong hands caressing her, his earthy smell filling her nostrils. He gently pulled back from her eyes, instantly meeting the intensity of their gaze, making the whole world go silent for a moment. I'm going to go now, he told her, dropping his one hand to take her hand once more, gently squeezed both of her small hands, his thumbs softly brushing over hers, and then stepped backwards away from her, her arms stretching out as if to hold on to the very last moment. He made his way toward the front door, opening it, turning back to face her one last time. You know where I am if you want to talk, he told her, before giving her a small smile and vacating the house, carefully closing the door behind him. Chi-Chi stood silently in the middle of the kitchen, her eyes on the closed door. They had just walked through, her heart beating so fast in her chest, his words soaring in her mind, her head spinning like a carousel. Don't give up on me, not yet. It never been that easy. It was never going to be that easy. He had never given up on her no matter what. So how could she give up on him now? Whew. There we go. Long chapter. And heck indeed. How's it going, sad boy? Sorry, I missed that. But this is pretty well written, I would say. Nate, are you still there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, we got another.
I am here.
Yes, we got another.
I am here getting emotional.
Yep. But I'm gonna plug the mouse in, and we are gonna do Valheim, and I'll leave Craigbot open because we might as well for the whole time or most the rest of the time, and want to have at least a little bit of Valheim gameplay because if we get more Discord members, then I want people to play Valheim with me. Because I want to be able to beat the bosses and everything without cheating.
Right.
I mean, the first three bosses.
And I guess you can either grind or again like
in Valheim, there's not.
Do it with you.
In Valheim, there's not really grinding. You don't gain. You only gain skill levels, and skill levels don't really make a difference. Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, you get better at using swords. You get better at using clubs or whatnot, but they literally like do infinitesimal amounts of damage to monsters.
Infinitesimal means
Very, very like negligible, small amounts. Like it literally does not make a difference. The only thing for it is, yeah, kind of like Minecraft, where you upgrade your weapons.
I mean, like, yeah, there are like, you know, levels that you use for enchanting stuff, which is essentially like an upgrade anyway. So
In Valheim's
Yeah.
case, you get either silver weapons or you know, black metal, things like that. But now in terms of videos to make, like I said, I wanted to make that video about Toriko and how, and just kind of ponder how it failed in spite of being a good anime.
I have never heard of that.
You know the Toriko One Piece DBZ crossover? That was like a big part of my old channel and still kind of is.
I hardly remember that.
No. Well, it's up on Rumble if you want to go check it out at some point.
I mean, and I know that I wasn't like particularly entertained by it anyways. Yeah.
I mean, I get it, not everybody is, but like Toriko is largely about, well, Toriko and how he travels around the world hunting for rare ingredients and everything to eventually make his full course menu. But it was a good anime. It worked as like a shonen, but there's probably a good reason why it didn't do well. And I have my own reasons for that, but what do you think in terms of that for a video? Because let me check YouTube to see if that is a video.
By the way, I'm skimming through chapter 6, and yeah, chapter 6 has some.
Okay,
some,
JD Legend
hot
made a video
stuff.
like that. I'll have to check out his video. See what he says, see if I can add to it. But another video idea I thought of is talking about why Amino failed as an app, because I'm not seeing that as a video. You think I should make a video on that?
I have seen like definitely one about like, you know, talking Amino's downfall.
But considering I worked in social media, I think I could probably make a more definitive reason as to why, because I can probably think of a few reasons as why it failed, to be honest.
Yeah, you should. I think
Yeah.
it could have felt like good.
That, and I just want to
I
show
remember
the.
there was.
I just want to get the video footage of me opening the app and trying to log in, but can't.
All right. Didn't I think? No. Okay.
But also, my
Let me
next
know.
what did they learn video will be the Arth video for Zatch Bell, and then I want to do that one Frieza video I mentioned, how he's a Machiavellian sociopath. You know, the one I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Because I still need to do that one. I've got a good rhythm and momentum now with making videos. I just need to just keep committing myself to it. And then on top of this, I'm actually full on drawing the Shieldborn comic. Nate?
Yeah.
Do you want to... Here, I'll send you the pen drawing that I did of page 1. I just sent it to you. Let me know what you think. What you think?
Yeah, that's like it's yeah, I think like.
Huh?
I mean, if you can like if you will remember what you want to put there in the future, then like this
Yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
And I'm doing like some renders with AI as like a proof of concept, but I am gonna hire like a graphic editor to really make it look sexy at some point. What? In terms of what? That term, make it look sexy? Nate? What's so funny about make it look sexy?
It's like tasty or like crisp for art, but sexy. Sexy.
Is it just not a term you often hear?
Yeah. I mean, look like sexy art, like like being used to describe like actual sexy art. Yeah, sexy being described being used to describe a comic page.
But in this case, I don't feel like using AI to like just make a vector sketch is cheating, because it's like technically I'm just making it. I'm still drawing it. I just don't have a vector pad. This is literally what the tool is for.
I mean, again, if you want, why would you want vectors for, anyways? Like, why?
Well, again, in vector, it makes it like crisp. The line work is actually crisp, so you can tell what you're looking at. You know.
You can do that with raster like programs too.
I know.
And again, there is Inkscape, the one vector program.
I guess, but at the same time, it's like if I can. I mean, as long as the AI doesn't change anything, I think it's fine.
It will.
I mean, sometimes it does. So far, some of the vectors I've had, I've literally just said, vector sketch this, change nothing, and it gets it down pretty well.
I'm still like, I am against that,
Yeah, it's iffy, but I think if I show my process, a lot of people may not be against it, because it's like if I still have the actual physical drawing here to show I didn't just slap the words into a prompt, and I'm AI slopping it, because that's, I think, the biggest problem people are going to have with AI is like the slop, to where people are just slapping something into the prompt and churning it out,
I have seen something that was like an actual I guess not a slow but like an actual idea, and there is like a nice a video, even though it's 2 hours long, so I'm not sure if you would ever flip and finish it. That covers this really well.
What covers what exactly?
I'll just send it to you.
Okay, is it just problems with like general AI usage?
Not really.
I mean, AI is going to be part of the future no matter what we do. So it's like, I think this is a way to expedite your work, It's not necessarily replacing things, it's removing tasks, because it's like...
But why would you... Look, if you are an artist, you, at least I enjoy every step of the way, no matter how tedious it is. I want to make it.
Yeah.
I don't want a robot to make it for me.
I get that.
I knew that it would be heckin' hard, and I enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the improvement. I enjoy everything about this.
I get that. Excuse me. But some of the more tedious aspects like vector work, which can take hours, I think is an honestly understandable process to get rid of if you really don't enjoy
then
that
don't
part.
use vector and use raster.
What's raster?
Just draw it.
Well, yeah.
Like any other program, like Medibank,
Mm-hmm.
or even Microsoft fucking Paint.
Well, the other issue is that, again, I work a 9 to 5 and I can't exactly install those programs at work. And so by the time I get done with work, I'm like, I have other stuff I need to do.
Then don't do art if you don't have time for it.
That's bullshit.
I mean, yeah, well, it's yes, it's like a harsh little bullshit, but and honestly, I mean, even if I when I was working a full time job, I still found time for that.
Yeah.
It's basically what you just said was, if you don't have time, that means you just need to give up on art or you'll never get to anything. That's not fair because a lot of people work longer hours and sometimes don't have the mental capacity to do what they want.
Yeah.
Now, which is why it's important on the times that you do have is to set time for yourself to do art or play music or whatever recreational thing you want to do.
Yeah.
But saying, oh, if you don't have time, then fuck you.
That's
That's not fair.
I don't think that's what Nate's saying, but I do think a lot of ways AI is making things more efficient. So it's like now I can do the actual drawing at work so that I can, so my ADHD brain can function while doing my job.
it is efficient, but for what cost,
Yeah. I get it. I get there.
And also, I mean, you've already talked to me about time management and stuff, so you clearly are experienced in that. So you could make that for yourself.
Yeah, and I'm getting better at that. I'm taking more time off, and
yeah.
I definitely want to learn to vector because at the same time I could hire an editor who is experienced in editing whatever I have the AI render, but at the same time I can only tell them so much and they still may not get it how I want it to look. So I ultimately may need to learn it so I can get it to look exactly how I want.
Yeah. If you there's a saying, if you want something done right, do it yourself.
Yeah. But also at the same time, I think it is giving me more confidence because when I can see it turn out exactly kind of like more or less how I would imagine it, I have more confidence to do it myself. I guess I view it more like training wheels.
All right. All right. That's a good view though.
Yeah, because I've also noticed myself getting actually better at just drawing in general since I've been doing it. You know.
Not everyone has
Yeah.
free time.
Also, though, I want to ask, like, why do you want like vector specifically? Because like
Like I said-
there is like no other advantage other than like you are expecting people
Well, I don't know
to
if, like-
zoom in as much as possible and look for like small pixel mistakes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if like vector is the right word. I just want it looking like crisp. You know, the line work being crisp.
Yeah, again, that's just it's freely available in any other program. Just
Yeah.
don't use anti-aliasing, don't blur.
Yeah.
Don't do nothing.
Yeah, I'll check out the different programs and weigh them. Like, because when we move into our bigger place, I definitely want to get like a drawing desk for us both, so that you can do your paintings, and then maybe I can do like a full on drawing stream.
I don't know, since I work full time, I don't have time to do all.
You have time.
Stone, I wonder how many times are you gonna move though in your life, because this is like what your third move.
Well, I mean,
Who fucking cares?
I mean, let's see. Actually, this is only our second move in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not that often.
Okay,
and-
well,
And it's not like we're moving across state again, because that's the thing. Last time we moved, it was from Texas to Kansas. Here, we're literally just upgrading to across the street. So all we're gonna need is a dolly.
I mean, how many times has Nate moved?
what's that again?
What, a dolly?
Yeah.
Just a cart, basically.
Okay.
But how many times have you moved, Nate?
Only once, I guess. From parents' place to here,
Yeah.
which is still in the same city.
You're in
Just
Prague, right?
basically the other. What?
Are you in Prague, or where are you at?
Oh,
What was your city?
I am in Heck, how do I?
Even you have
combine
trouble
my
pronouncing the
names?
name of the city.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think how to combine hacking and liberats, like
Just say
whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's the name.
Okay.
Fucking liberals.
Liberatits.
But that's the joke version. The actual version is liberats,
Ah, okay. Is it like a suburb of Prague? Like,
No, it's 100 kilometers up north of Prague.
ah, okay. So it's its own.
Don't be like a stupid USA and reduce countries down to their capital cities.
True. I mean, when you think about it,
Ooga booga! Europe is the state and the capital is Paris. Ooga booga.
yeah,
To
some
be fair, we don't live anywhere in here, so it's not really fair to assume that everyone knows where the fuck you are.
yeah. I mean, well, on top of this, a lot of
It's
Europe.
like asking somebody in Europe, hey, where's the city in America? And they're going to look at you like, I don't know.
Yeah, like when. To be fair, Europeans do that to Americans too. When you say Austin, Texas, they think yeehaw cowboys.
Well, it's just like Europeans think they're better than Americans. And it's like, not really. And we're not
I
better
mean,
than
what you
you.
said, Stone, was more like the vibe of the country rather than like it's every city is capital city, so
Yeah,
something
it's
close
true.
to it.
I mean, every state it's its own country because they do things differently.
Yeah, technically true. When you say the United States of America, a lot of people think Americans are like one. It's just one giant country. No, technically the states themselves are effectively countries. We're just united under one federation, effectively.
Because each state is different in how they do things. They have different laws, different ways of producing things.
Yeah, which is where you get all the heckin' difficult bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. But unfortunately,
But at least we don't get policed for what we say on the internet.
Yeah, thank God we dodged that fucking bullet.
Or go, hey,
Don't get a what?
or hey,
Police for what we say on the internet, unless it's like a direct threat.
or we don't get arrested for calling you a name out in public.
Yeah. Sorry, you are too cute. You're
I'm
very soft.
not sure which country does that.
Yeah, I know the Czech Republic doesn't, but I know, like, I think,
England does.
yeah, England, they will get, the bobbies will give you a visit for something you said on Twitter. No joke. But I think they are starting to turn that around. Reform UK,
Good.
just won bigly. And same with Restore Britain.
I can understand having pride in your country and whatnot, but at the same time, the way he comes across is like, I'm better than you, or this is better than what you were doing. And the same thing with his time. It's like, oh, if you don't have time, it's like, no.
I mean, Nate,
Granted, you could spend better time in it instead of coming home and playing.
Yeah.
video games.
yeah, I need to.
You need to.
Yeah, I need to manage my time, and I'm thinking I am doing a lot better with that because I'm getting, as you can tell, I'm cleaning more often.
Well, it's not about cleaning. It's just about if you want to do something to improve something, you need
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah,
So if you want to do more rendering on your art,
Andy,
you need
hey,
to
bye.
take time to set that.
yeah, and I'm going to.
And even
That's
with,
not
with streaming or even gaming or even your podcast,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, what's more important here?
Yeah, and I do take time to do that. Like usually after, as you notice, after I stream, I take an hour to, make sure everything's ready for the week in terms of videos.
Hey, Sarah.
And Andy's back. Welcome back, Andy.
Yeah, you didn't hear me saying I was back, but as soon as I said that, you.
What you were saying?
It's not only that, but just to say, like how he came across was, well, you have time, so ding. I do this. It's like, okay, so
Yeah,
just take it easy.
yeah,
Everyone has different time things and different mental capacities to do things.
yeah.
Not everyone has time to sit at home and play with their guinea pigs.
But also, Nate, how did the job hunt go?
Wait, I had guinea pigs. What?
Well, I mean, Nate, you found what job did you end up finding?
Well, the lifeguard, but it's
What's your start
it's
date?
kind of dragging on
Oh, the
because yeah,
onboarding process
I
is dragging
still-
on.
I still haven't managed to go to the it's not the company doctor, just like the doctor office that they demand to be checked.
Oh, so you have
I don't
to
know.
complete a health inspection?
Is it like health inspection? Health inspection of myself.
Right.
I
So,
guess.
physical.
Yeah.
That was the word I was looking for. Physical.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also some other stuff. Just like it's yeah.
Yeah. I think you need to get CPR certified, don't you?
Oh no, that will like the lifeguard course like will come later. This
Okay.
is for like for me.
Okay. So you have to go get a physical.
Yeah, I haven't looked into the
I want a physical.
into the. It's not like a list. Into the thing that they gave me because it's for the doctor, so I don't care what's on it. But yeah, I definitely need to do that, and then something else just to gather all the documents for the contract. I
Okay.
haven't done that yet because my brain is evil.
I'll just.
Wait,
What'd you say, Andy?
should I say I want a physical, if you know what I mean?
No.
It sounds like he needs to manage his time.
But Andy, don't be a goon.
Okay. Well, how'd the chapter go, by the way? Did you finish it?
Yeah, we finished it, and right now just playing Valheim, and was just discussing.
Why doesn't Nate come up
Oh, go ahead.
I was just discussing like what my next move with Shieldborn is, which I do need to trademark the name soon enough. But I was thinking of doing little chapter leaks here and there. What do you think?
Wait, how do you trademark a comic name? What?
You basically file for its trademark. So that way,
Yeah.
you file for its trademark so that no one else can use it.
I know, it's a
Wait, is this a sequel to Bloodborne?
What'd you say, Andy?
Is this a sequel to Bloodborne?
No, that's my comic. The one I just put a page for in the.
I know, but like, can you make it a sequel to Bloodborne?
No.
Considering the fact that you...
No. And I don't think
You get it?
I don't think even Bloodborne should get a sequel. It's its own thing. And on top of this, it kind of like that would be up to Miyazaki.
Yeah, but I mean, the game's over 10 years old now, and it's a classic at this point, you know?
It is, but if Miyazaki wants to do a Bloodborne 2, then that's up to him.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's definitely not public domain at this point. I wouldn't be allowed to do that.
That's true.
Yeah.
We should, by the way, we should play Bloodborne sometime.
Yeah, we need to. But hang on, I'm gonna close out Craigbot. Let me take a look.
Does everyone like file for trademarks on comics, or is it just something that you want to do?
Sometimes, but in this case, I think I need to because there's always that chance someone's writing something similar and they possibly want to name it something similar. Yeah, you.
And I guess if you don't want like competition or something.
Yeah.
Like, eh.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true that I mostly read like like web comics rather than physical ones. So
and
yeah.
I'm probably gonna look at like ways to do it via webcomic, or because I'm.
I mean, if you have a scanner, like together with your printer, or just like or like you can go to a copy center and just like and pay.
Yeah, well,
so
physical
they can,
copies and everything.
compare.
That's going to be later down the list. But right now, I'm just kind of getting it all together and everything, and more or less what I definitively want in Chapter 1 is going to be is what I'm making right now.
Oh, by the way, I just want to say, Sarah, can you trademark me? You can trademark me.
Andy, you are such a goon. Anyways, we're gonna close out the luncheon here, but we'll keep playing Valheim. Nate, go ahead and close this out.
Okay. Goodbye, purpose across all platforms. This has been the Idiots Podcast.
Okay, I'll keep the Discord open now. We'll just keep playing Valheim for about another 20-25 minutes here.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.